What's up, Chaz? Alright, chat. Hopefully we can beat this fucking 1 trillion draw shit today. $400 to start us off. 400 million, I should say. No, they're your mom, that's good. Have enough to upgrade it. Our card multiplier is basically 10 right now. Plus the additional we get just by having freeze drop active, bro. Really doing good, bro. Upgrade trending. More firepower again. Chat. You already know I feel this. My team could win it, bro. My team will win it.
O rywalu Lecha Poznań.
Look, I'm not the most or the biggest ball knower, but I do know that the team, my favorite team, the Jagiellonia Białystok, are like, I don't know what's it compared to. What's a team in Europe that constantly overperforms in Europe compared to their domestic league? I remember what. until we get another combo. This is really starting to get like a 1,600% gain, bro. Also now, like, I said before that we were getting 100 million consistently, but now we're really getting 100 million consistently. Excuse me, chat. Not consistently enough. Let's get this. This would be crazy. And 193 times point gain, bro. Compared to a 60. How many would that be? We'd get like at least 3 QA, right? We're just doing firepower until we get the 5-star. And we'll have like 824%, which will really give us more firepower if we choose to upgrade Mega Burst, or Burst. Oh yeah, if we choose to upgrade Mega Burst, which will give us better burst. But as of right now, the goal is to reduce the cooldown. I think that's what would help us the most. Do I get more shreds? I mean, we're doing grass first, then water. But once we get water, we'll really get more shreds because we're only gonna get more super rares as we keep going on. Like, we already have them all 5-star, but oh, right, let me see if I can max this out. I can't. That's insane. Is one of these when energy cap, more cards when energy cap is reached while energy cap boost. Alright, so nothing that like outright is like the more energy cap you have, the more this you'll get, which is a shame. It's been a while since we got a new card though, chat. Just to remind us, there are 84 cards, unique card variations that's available in the current game run. Which I don't know if that means there's more runs we could do or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure that's 100% what it means. There's if we start up another run, maybe we get more cards, but right now we can only get 72 of them, so there's only like 6 cards that we haven't reached that we could possibly get. And right now we only have 666, right? Pretty self-explanatory. That's going on. Mega Burst goes up by 7 hours sometime we upgrade it, which is nice. What is Synthesis? No, we do have a couple of those cards. Like, chat, why do they give us this? No one's gonna want to use it. Why give the more debuff? That's, I don't know. I guess it's like, it helps make the game balance, but like I said before, many times before, chat, games like this don't care about the balancing. Let me see that number, bro. Anyway, we can upgrade my press just a bit more. Now we're on 0.7. I just really want to reduce the cooldown. Tired of waiting. That's 113. 110 if we have the freeze drop up. Like basically 100. When we don't, 96. Ooh, more checkerboard. Got some fire. Chat. I feel like we just save it for the Mega Burst. Marketplace, it's moving up. Do I maybe? No. Like, I want to risk it to get more bulk, just so we can get more cards, but how much? 1.136. Yeah, we could get a lot of it. Yeah, we got the Sept as well. It's only going up by, I don't know, chat. I don't know. Yeah, let's watch this video though.
w Lidze Europy, czyli farerskim Klaksvik i ewentualnych zagrożeniach, jakie niesie ze sobą dwumecz z tą egzotyczną drużyną, było w poprzednim filmie na kanale. To dzisiaj pozwólcie, że skupimy się na naszych pozostałych pucharowiczach. Szczególnie, że Górnik, Jagiellonia, Raków i GKS nie mają tak łatwych rywali jak Kolejorz. W tych spotkaniach
Alright, basically, chat, what they said is, Lech lost in Champions League. Kind of, not the best showing, especially after they showed they can beat them pretty handily, lost in penalties. But they do have an easy opponent, right? We checked, and I'm pretty sure their transfer budget might not even reach 100K. It might just be around, just at that 100K, or maybe a million or a million 700, something like that. It's very low. Like, their team isn't very good, or anything like that. So but everyone else doesn't really have the easiest opponent. Most of them have teams from. I think all of them have teams that are technically worse than them, or that are coming from leagues that are worse than them. But we know that it's a fake.
Poziom trudności wędruje zdecydowanie wyżej niż Wyspy Owcze. Ja jeszcze przed tym wyruszeniem w naszą europejską pucharową podróż przypominam o pozostawieniu suba na kanale, bo my tu w pocie czoła walczymy o 80 000, także jeśli chcesz, drogi widzu, pomóc, to wystarczy, że klikniesz i po wszystkim dzięki. No to zaczynamy od drużyny, która swój bój o Ligę Europy rozpoczyna już w środę. Górnik zaczyna wyjazdem na Węgry, gdzie czeka na niego Ferencváros. To mega utytułowany klub, 36-krotny mistrz Węgier.
Yeah, they're playing against Ferencváros. I don't know if that's just the Polish pronunciation or that's how you're always supposed to do it. That's Górnik Zabrze. Just to refresh your chat. Currently, Górnik Zabrze is, chat, fuck, why did Legia win, bro? They were supposed to be jokes, and now they got Mario Klopscher, and now they have more goals than us, and also fucking Jordi Sanchez and all this. Górnik Zabrze is currently 6th. They did move back a game. But they haven't lost yet. But they're playing against Ferencváros, and they're a good team. They've won a shit ton of times for Hungary. They're probably the equivalent of Legia for them, right? So it's gonna be tough for them.
W poprzednim sezonie mistrzostwo przegrali zaledwie 1 punktem. Do walki o Ligę Europy przystąpili od pierwszej rundy eliminacji, w której poradzili sobie gładko z serbską Wojwodiną. Na wyjeździe zwycięstwo 2-1, a u siebie pewne 3-0. Potem było
and they came up through the Europa League through the first qualifiers. It wasn't like Górnik where they got into the third after losing in the Champions League qualifiers. They had to qualify by hand to the Europa League, and they did it pretty good. They bested both teams that they were playing against.
holenderskie Twente i tutaj poprzeczka powędrowała do góry. Znowu Węgrzy na wyjeździe wygrali 2-1, a u siebie prowadzili już 2-0, ale ostatecznie zremisowali 2-2. To jednak oczywiście wystarczyło do awansu. Dużo gorzej idzie im w lidze, bo w premierowym meczu nowego sezonu przegrali 2-4 z Paxi, a w ten weekend bezbramkowo zremisowali z Vasasem. Czyli Ferencváros trochę niczym.
Right, I think in their qualifiers they're second. They won their first leg pretty handedly, then they won 2-0, then they won 2-0 in the second leg, or in the second qualifying stage they won 2-0, and but they're on aggregate they only won 4-2. It was a 2-2 draw the next game, and then they lost their home opener, or not home opener, but season opener, and they did a 0-0 draw their second game of their league. So they can bleed as well, right? They can bleed. We know that they can bleed, so
Czym taka polska drużyna? Nie radzi sobie z grą co 3 dni. O tym zresztą powiedział trener Balasz Borbeli po weekendowym remisie. Przez pierwsze 45 minut nie mieliśmy zielonego pojęcia o naszej grze. Dokonaliśmy 3 zmian w przerwie, co trochę pomogło. Była główka Zetyniego Wargi i strzał Christophera Zakariasena, więc mieliśmy okazję. Niestety jest 1 czy 2 zawodników, którzy mnie bardzo zawiedli. To, co pokazali, nie wystarczy na grę w lidze. Musimy rozwiązać tę sytuację. Potrzebujemy wyższego poziomu gry, żebyśmy mogli wnieść do meczów weekendowych to samo, co do meczów międzynarodowych w środku tygodnia. Niestety przeciwko Wasasowi...
And it's just basically, he's fucking chatting a lot, the trainer is, but he's talking about the game, and then when they could have done that better, and then also saying how when you bring their Europa League success to their home, or not home fixtures, but like to their own league.
Jak już wspomniałem, nic nie wyszło w ciągu pierwszych 45 minut naszego meczu. Nie widziałem ani jednego nieoczekiwanego rozwiązania. Jak więc widzicie, Ferencváros ma swoje problemy na krajowym podwórku. W Europie to jednak trochę co innego. Naprawdę niewygodny rywal. Wartość całej kadry Węgrów jest o prawie 15 milionów euro wyższa od całej kadry Górnika.
And najbardziej... their valuation is like 15 million more, which is like a good amount, especially since the highest team in Poland, I think, is only worth like 50 or 60. And that's definitely not Górnik. So, who knows?
Wartościowym piłkarzem jest izraelski ofensywny pomocnik Gabi Kanikowski. Ogółem w kadrze węgierskiego giganta jest sporo międzynarodowych twarzy. Jest Norweg, Belg, Chorwat, Serb, Rumun, do tego są zawodnicy z Afryki. Ferencváros to dobra drużyna z wieloma indywidualnościami. Ciężko mi jednak powiedzieć, jak wyglądają teraz, ponieważ były u nich spore zmiany kadrowe. Zmienił się m.in. trener. Trybuny z fanatycznymi kibicami na pewno będą ich niosły, ale po tym, co pokazał Górnik w meczu z Fenerbahce, myślę, że Węgrzy są na pewno w ich zasięgu, powiedział Damian Rasak, który przecież występował w lidze węgierskiej. Trudno się z nim nie zgodzić. Jeśli ekipa Gasparika zaprezentuje się tak, jak w 2 meczu z Turkami, to powinno być dobrze. Na pewno jednak nie można Węgrów lekceważyć, bo już w tych kwalifikacjach pokazali, że potrafią być bardzo niebezpieczni. Dużo bardziej, dużo niewygodnego rywala w drodze do fazy ligowej Ligi Europy wylosowała Jagiellonia. Rangersi to marka, której chyba nie trzeba jakoś tak bardziej przedstawiać. Nawet jeżeli obecnie nie wywołuje ona jakiegoś wielkiego strachu w Europie, nawet jeżeli nie ma w tym składzie jakichś wielkich gwiazd. Po drugie, Rangersi wyjątkowo nie leżą polskim drużynom, niestety. 5-krotnie gigant z Glasgow stawał na drodze ekip z naszego kraju w pucharach i tylko raz udało się go wyeliminować. To był sezon 1969-1970. Górnik Zabrze wygrał wtedy 2 razy po 3-1 i było po sprawie. Później Rangersi się za to zemścili, eliminując Zabrzan w sezonie 1987-1988. Ze Szkotami odpadł...
Alright, chat, I'm not gonna lie, it's undoubted didn't hear a single thing what he said, so no translation for you guys.
Dał też GKS Katowice, Amika dostała 0,5. Rady silnemu rywalowi nie dały też Legia i ostatnio Lech. Ekipa Wukowicia była blisko, ale odpadła po golu straconym w doliczonym czasie gry w rewanżu. Dogrywka była wtedy na wyciągnięcie ręki. Teraz przyszedł czas na Jagiellonię. Szkoci jak na razie mają za sobą tylko 1 mecz w tym sezonie. Remis 1-1 w lidze. Wartość kadry? Kosmiczna różnica, ponieważ Rangersi to 135 milionów euro, a Jagiellonia zaledwie 28, czyli po...
Alright, now they're talking about the team that actually matters, saying that Rangers are worth 130 million, and then we're not even worth 30 million.
Ponad 100 milionów na korzyść Szkotów. Oczywiście, tak wiem, pieniądze na boisku nie grają. Gorzej, że rewanż podopieczni Siemieńca rozegrają na wyjeździe. Na pewno plusem jest to, że Szkoci mają nowego trenera, który dopiero stawia pierwsze kroki w prowadzeniu giganta.
Yeah, and they also have like a new trainer, which isn't really, that's what he's saying. I'm not gonna agree or disagree with it, but they also have a new trainer.
Cały czas dociera się z piłkarzami i drużyną. Zresztą po tym remisie z Dundee w lidze powiedział, musimy trzymać stery i robić...
He didn't even fucking hear me. He's, yeah, I don't know how much you guys did or didn't hear, but we're worth 100 million less than them. However, Money doesn't play on the field. And then they have a new coach who hasn't really played against or trained or managed a European giant before. I'm not going to call, I don't think Rangers is a European giant. That's what he said, so.
Wszystko lepiej. Podejmujemy złą decyzję, popełniamy błąd i po prostu dodajemy trochę otuchy przeciwnikowi, kiedy wydaje się, że go mamy. Takie drobiazgi, brak koncentracji i utrzymanie dynamiki to dla nas coś stałego. Nie sądzę, żebyśmy byli jeszcze blisko tego, ale nad tym pracujemy. Może w czwartek Jagiellonia wykorzysta tej...
said my team was going to lose, but this is also fucking an idiot because like Lech has the easiest game of all time.
Problemy z koncentracją i w końcu zobaczymy polską drużynę bijącą Rangersów w Europie.
Chevy Silverado and technology you can rely on.
I am truly the first to own my home and our family.
Na niewygodnych niestety rywali trafili też nasi przedstawiciele w walce o Ligę Konferencji. Zacznijmy od Rakowa, o którego można zacząć się powoli martwić. W Ekstraklasie drużyna...
They're not speaking about the Polish teams. They went in a little bit about the teams that the teams that we will be going up against. Now they're like, alright, now let's speak about the Polish team. And they're starting out with Raków Częstochowa, which he's worried for, which makes sense. They've lost both of their home games, or not home games, like league games. Not, I don't know what the verbiage to use, but both the Polish league games, and they're also going up against a quite tough cookie.
prowadzona przez Dawida Kroczka zaliczyła mocny falstart. Najpierw była porażka z Wisłą Płock u siebie, potem przyszła porażka wyjazdowa z Beniaminkiem z Wrocławia i nagle okazało się, że Raków wylądował w strefie spadkowej. Wiadomo, to sam początek sezonu i za chwilę może dojść do całkowitego przewrotu w tabeli, no ale nie wygląda to dobrze. Maltańczycy byli słabi, nawet bardzo, Częstochowianie sobie postrzelali, spoko, ale teraz Hammarby to zupełnie inna bajka, zupełnie inny rozmiar kapelusza. Nie można ich lekceważyć, patrząc na to, że odpadli z kwalifikacji do Ligi Europy po domowym remisie 1-1 i wyjazdowej porażce 1-3 z Anderlechtem. Szczególnie, że były momenty, gdy Szwedzi napędzili strachu Belgom. Teraz pozwólcie, że oddam głos specjaliście od piłki szwedzkiej Jackowi Balonowi. Hammarby opiera swoją grę na nowoczesnym ofensywnym futbolu. Posiadanie zarówno lewonożnych, jak i prawonożnych środkowych obrońców pozwala na skuteczne i bezpieczne rozgrywanie od własnej bramki. Werner Hahn bardzo rzadko wznawia grę długim wykopem, decydując się raczej na podanie do Eriksena lub Wintera. Styl wprowadził przed kilkoma laty Marty Cifuentes, ale w pełni ukształtował go dopiero Kim Hellberg. Po odejściu szwedzkiego trenera do Middlesbrough jego następca Kalle Karlsson nieco odszedł od tej koncepcji, ale nie był to dobry pomysł, co pokazały niezadowalające wyniki. Szkoleniowiec został zwolniony, a jego następcą został Henrik Rydström, który powrócił do sprawdzonych rozwiązań. A jak Balon procentowo widzi szansę Rakowa na przejście rywala ze Szwecji? Szansę oceniam 50/50. Zarówno Raków, jak i Hammarby mają za sobą liczne zawirowania w postaci zmiany trenerów i niezadowalających, chociaż wciąż całkiem niezłych wyników. Doświadczenie stoi po stronie Rakowa. Rytm meczowy z kolei premiuje Bayern. Jakość obu ekip jest podobna. Kluczowy może okazać się jednak fakt, że drugi mecz zostanie rozegrany w Sztokholmie. Nawierzchnia na Nya Söderstadion jest bardzo specyficzna i grający na niej piłkarze często narzekają na specyficzne zachowanie piłki, wysokość i kierunek odbicia. Piłkarze Hammarby czują ją doskonale i w meczach domowych niemal zawsze są niezwykle mocną i dominującą.
They're basically saying how like Hammarby, they're playing home in the second game aggregate, in the second leg, and Hammarby's really good at home. Teams are not really all that good at playing them away. So Rakow has to really put belt to ass in their home game.
ekipą. Jeśli zatem mecz w Częstochowie nie zakończy się wysokim zwycięstwem Rakowa, kwestia awansu wciąż pozostanie otwarta. Powiem wam tak, nie chcę być pesymistą, ale ciężko to widzę. Miejmy nadzieję, że Raków pucharowy będzie się jednak różnić od tego ligowego i Szwedzi zostaną odprawieni z kwitkiem, ale według mnie ciężary. Na koniec został nam GKS Katowice, który na dzień dobry w nowym sezonie Ekstraklasy przegrał na boisku Beniaminka Wisły Kraków. W drugiej kolejce wyglądało to zdecydowanie lepiej i Radomiak wrócił do Radomia z bagażem 3 bramek. W kwalifikacjach do Ligi Konferencji było trochę mordęgi, ale ostatecznie udało się Żylinę przejść. Teraz czas na Hapoel Tel Awiw. Co ciekawe, jest to drużyna bardzo zbliżona swoją wartością kadry do ekipy Rafała Góraka. Ta różnica na korzyść reprezentantów Izraela jest niewielka, nieco ponad 200 000 euro. To jednak nic nie znaczy, ponieważ Hapoel to drużyna niewygodna i potrafią narobić kłopotów swoim rywalom. Przekonał się o tym w obecnych eliminacjach Łudogorec, który przecież nie jest jakimś tam anonimowym klubem. W meczu domowym rozgrywanym na Węgrzech Hapoel wygrał 2-0, a z wyjazdu do Bułgarii przywiózł remis 2-2, a to był na pewno trudniejszy teren niż ten w słowackiej Żylinie. Musimy póki...
Chat, things aren't looking good.
Right
Chat,
now,
things are
at
not looking
McDonald's,
good, bro,
you
but we
can get
can
a
have
McChicken
this.
meal deal for $5 or a McDouble meal deal for
It's really
$6.
only the Scots, bro.
So there's something for everyone. Get more.
108 points, 33 wins, 114 goals. That was York City last season, and it still took a goal in the 103rd minute, the last kick of their season, to make it enough. Behind them, Rochdale, 106 points, a total that would have won most Football League titles outright. They went to the playoffs, 2 clubs, 1 division, over 200 points between them, and only 1 door. They knew it before they even played. Day before that final game, Rochdale and York released a joint statement. Rival.
Chat, but it's not, at the end of the day, like, if we lose to the Rangers, they're really just bums, chat. They're really just bums that hide behind the Scottish league to claim that they're good, but they didn't even do shit in Europe, chat. They didn't do shit in Europe. Rangers, best performance in Europe. Yeah, they won the fucking Euro League in fucking 1972, chat. Go fucking leave the Scottish League, go play in the Premier League if you're really about that shit, man. We're really not scared of you, chat. We're really not scared of you. Right, it's real, it's like the. I'm not gonna lie, that dead killed. That dead killed me. Chat, the worst thing about this is that I can't order none of their shit, bro. I can't show y'all my support for this club because look at this. Listing our accomplishments. Who did that to? Sclep. Chat, because they don't ship to America, chat. And look, dude, these jerseys are actually nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I will say their striped jerseys are a bit lacking compared to what it usually does. This little cream off-white color, that jersey's nice. I would have gotten it if it wasn't a polo. And then these maroons are fucking beautiful as well. Like, we got drip. Chat, I think UEFA should rig it for Poland just because, like, who else got branding? Like, the Rangers don't look as good as us, that's for sure. Right, we got this whole looks maxing thing. People like appearances, bro. People like beautiful things, and, like, chat, we got beautiful jerseys. Macron did good, bro. Macron did good for their first showing, bro. I will say, I don't get the point of this. Is there buttons? There's buttons there. I didn't see that first, but It's good, chat. Look, even if we lose to the Rangers, we're gonna look good doing it. Unless, actually, no, we'll probably do this. We'll probably wear this. Which, it doesn't even look that bad. I didn't even realize there was a design at first. Oh, it's a, oh, ooh. Ooh. Very good, very nice. I need me one of these, but like this year they didn't. Like, this is like the mainstay branding, if you couldn't tell, like. But I wasn't feeling these little like arrows. But other than that, I think they did a good job.
Agreeing in advance that one of them was about to be robbed. In their words, we both strongly believe that this shouldn't have to be the case. And this is not a freak season. A year earlier, York finished second on 96 points and got nothing, while a club 23 points behind them went up instead. Every other division in the top 4 tiers of English football sends at least 2 clubs up automatically. The 5th tier sends 1 and holds a raffle for the 2nd. The most important door in English football, between the amateur game and the professional one,
bro. Let's see what's going on in X, bro. He's already got his on, bro. He's ready. Let's see what's going on. The X to everything up. Twitter. Let's see what's going on. I don't know that. Oh. (73-9) Warriors finished the year 7-7 in their final 14 games. Hey, this goes to show, chat, it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. It's funny how we have like 3 slaves just for people who drop things a lot. What do you mean? I fucking hate people on Twitter, bro. Grow up, bro. It's called saying farewell to Gonzalo Garcia, and it's everyone saying goodbye, you know, wishing him the best, and then Mbappe is not saying anything. I don't see any Sixers fan out here who can't name this guy. Ah, fuck you. LeBron till I die. You can't tell me shit hoop grids. You rode the Wordle wave until that Wordle wave crashed, and now you're getting less fucking likes than fucking some random dude on the toilet, okay? The cock feels so fucking huge, neither of us believe that. Can we just focus on having a good time with what we have? Okay. Chat, I've never received that compliment in my life. Does that mean my cock is small? I hope not. John Marquez is nasty right now, but if you're under 42, join the military as a reserve. and it's I'd rather serve crack before I serve the military. What's the equivalent of the 04 Pistons with 2026 NBA players? And then this dude's like, oh, you're doing it like, he thinks the Maya, yeah, no. I don't think so anyway. Drew Holiday for sure. Derek White, I'll give it to you. OG Anunoby, you have to have then there. Evan Mobley, maybe. And then Bam. No, because like, who on the 04 Pistons was gonna ever put up a number close to 80 points? Right? Yeah, Rudy for sure more. Aaron Gordon, I'm not even sure about. I'd rather put Scotty Barnes in there. Drew Holiday, OG Anunoby for sure. I'd rather have Scotty Barnes over Evan Mobley. Bam Adebayo, I think Rudy's a good shout, and then iffy on Derek White. Mikal Bridges is better suited, and I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is also pretty well. You need Trey Murphy and Herb Jones as well. You're a fucking idiot. Sorry. And there are examples of the opposite where a gritty lore-heavy show later becomes unserious and silly. Every cute little show eventually turns out season 1 silly episodic show. Geology shit. Shows footage of Haskell and others making fun of him after he found out his girlfriend's only examined partner. Her OnlyFans never really liked or cared about him. Y'all think Haskell's like a saint? He pulled up just to comment. No, I don't think anyone thinks he's a saint. I think the people that do are like, it's the halo effect, right, chat? Where it's like that one clip of him in doing the escape room with Jason is just like laughing at that dude's face. like he's not I don't think Haskell's a good guy. Like he repeatedly makes like jokes at the expense of others, but he just has like, he's just so bubbly. He's just like the male version of Yana where people let shit slide. If you invite a guy over and want your food to smell amazing, just try some onions first. They'll walk in saying, wow, it smells so good in here. Not realizing it's just onions, it gets them every time. And she does this with the music too. Yeah, I can see that, chat. I can see that. Tyler's a little bit of one trick. Oh, one trick. She needs to tap in with me though. I'll teach her the ways. I mean, yeah, for sure. Obviously, there's better films that show it, but in terms of like big mainstream, like this person is probably not the biggest. Okay. He's a professional film bro, but I think those professional films are really just like big blockbusters. He loves watching blockbuster movies. This is what I think he means by professional film bro. My love which is the worst video of my set to post. The little switchblade ripped and something right. Yeah. I mean, wasn't that like her whole vibe? Chat. This is gonna get me taken down. Wait, what's it? What is it? Is it Sunny Day lyrics? I was such a big fan of this song, but then like, I'll keep you I promise I'm better with the song. I'll leave my heart on for yesterday, you know. Yeah, like, maybe it's not this one. What is it? It's from this album. It's the only real album I listened from her. Is it 1038? It's 1036. My fault. I know you thought it was just us. I didn't think you'd fall in love. You're just a warm body to hold that night when I'm feeling all alone. That's chat, like, maybe the proof might have been already in the pudding. The song rips though, right? I don't think any musician was probably a good person. How old is Reina? Are you fucking kidding me? Strasbourg has signed you Reina 23 from Borussia Mönchengladbach. 30 million free for that tag. Is he surprised at how old or young? I mean, watch at 23. I don't know. Isn't this just a bit? Like, I'm sure there's like some meaning behind this. This is obviously fucked up, and this is like fucked up if you probably spent too much time on the internet. Imagine being in the MCU in 2019 and your starting franchise quarterback just snapped out of existence. Yep. That would suck, chat. Imagine Caleb Williams. Oh, I'm so ready to start the season. Fucking Thanos is like in the shit. I mean, shit must be evil. Did he take into account value? Like, did he take into account value when snapping his fingers shut? Did he not know that when he snapped his fingers, like, or... Did he take into account the value of the person? Like, alright, this guy's probably worth, like, a couple. You know? FIFA should roll the players need to have at least 21 days of rest after World Cup, so even if anyone wanted to come back early, he couldn't. The hate he gets makes no sense. Taylor Mintz was involved in the World Cup, guys, rest and was already joining Manchester. Management and Tyrell puts down the bench like absolutely nothing. He's remaining for contribution. Now he's still on the FIFA approved holiday. The rest of the squad's already back in preseason. You didn't even get a kick of the ball. You somehow needs. Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Alright. You guys know me, and you guys know I love my Polish football, and I will root for these guys, and I'm like way more. Like, chat, look at that upgrade, bro. Like, teams are stuck in the pads, bro. That's why I'm so upset with Vichesta Kraków, bro. They bought their way up, but they didn't even realize that's like... Who's the... There's like a old ancient group of people that looks maxed because a beautiful... enemy is scarier than a one. The Spartans? Yeah, I guess there's a different one I saw on that, but like, yeah, there's like, yeah, the Spartans literally do that, like, they groom themselves, they make themselves look nice, because if you're going up against someone, I think there's more than just Spartans. But, like, because that shit's terrifying, bro. I don't think it's just this, but there's something else, but I think there's some sense of it, but, like, so that's why I hate, because, like, how you spend so much money to go all the way to the first flight of Polish football, and then your stadium's not even built to hold that many people, and then you look ugly on top of that. Like, your colors, your jerseys, your logo, it's all ass. Like, you knew you were gonna fucking come up. You're gonna just spend all the money until you did anyway, so, like, make that shit, like, at least entertaining for us. Can't be pregnant now that's pure entitlement. Cut the break short. Get back in the building and start earning your place. The fans who carried you through last season are here for the soft life for 2 minutes. It goes no excuses. Report back. Alright. That when you press show more, this dude is being, like, way too much of an asshole. And, like, why are you giving this kid hate? Like, I'm sure he wants to. He's not allowed. FIFA's not letting him. It sucks for him because, like, his first stint at Manchester United, he was like, when he was getting minutes, he was getting pretty good, and then, like, the manager, like, didn't play him until Carrick came around, and now the same shit happened in England. He definitely had the skill. I mean, like, he's a great holding midfielder. He probably could have helped against that choke job against Argentina with his ability to win the ball back. And then they didn't play him, and they're like, alright, we'll give you some time in the fucking last game. He faked an injury, and now he's forced to sit out, can't really train. It's fucked, but I'm like 100%, like that, a kid with talent like that, bro, like, I don't care, he's gonna show out, he's gonna do great things. You know, people are judging, like, he's gonna be something. No, I don't. People, I just don't think Manu has had the opportunity. Yeah, this game against fucking Liverpool, I think, definitely proved it. That kid's a gem. That kid's a star. He's gonna fucking perform great. He's gonna do beautifully. And yeah. Okay, let's do some scouting.
Anything is possible on Cloud9. Upgrade your combo or
how I can
32
be
ounce
a
straight to a
better-
Cloud9
a
cup
better
while supplies last. One love.
Let's see how Joe Bart cares.
You know what the most important part of any live stream is? The chat. Every night, thousands of viewers pour into their favorite streamers' chat. Together, they decide what games get played, what videos get watched, and the streamers who keep them entertained get paid. It sounds pretty easy, right? Just give the chat what it wants. The problem is, chat never wants just one thing. There's thousands of people all asking for something different, and no matter what you do, someone's unhappy. The biggest streamers learn to follow the majority and keep the party moving, because stopping everything for one unhappy viewer is the cardinal sin of streaming. You don't leave 10,000 people hanging over a single name in the chat. But what happens when the needs of the one are a matter of life and death?
My girlfriend of 3 years took her own life in November of 2025. Losing my best friend and the person I love most in the world. I'm feeling like my life is no longer worth living, and I've been falling into a bad habit of drug addiction, leading me to on MDMA in December. I don't want to be here anymore.
This is Joe Bartolozzi, and he's one of the only streamers that stops everything when someone needs help.
If a chatter of mine is coming into my chat saying they're suicidal, I am first and foremost going to read their message.
But when you do this, when you make yourself the person...
Respect, but I feel like a lot of streamers do that. I feel like most of the time it's through donations, though, admittedly. Respect Joe, very good thing to do, but I was not expecting it to be that dark, so I'm gonna stop watching it. I don't think so, chat. Like, Nikhil Alexander Walker had a good season. Was that, like, Fleming? I forget his name. And Jalen Johnson. They're not better than I think. I think they're going to be, at best, they're, like, a decent playoff team that might make a run. Not a, like, when you say sleeper, it's, like, sleeper to win it all. They're not, like...
You can make plenty of arguments for the best athlete of all time, right? You got Messi, you got LeBron Jordan, you got Bo Jackson, Michael Phelps. Personally, I think it's Shohei Ohtani, which is, is a cool little argument that we can have, but the real argument is who is the GOAT Asian? Because you have Gandhi, all right, who was named Asian of the Century in 1999. That's pretty hard to beat. Jackie Chan's got to be up there. Obviously, we love Jeremy Lin, but I still think it's Shohei Ohtani. Not just because he's a 4-time MVP, 2 times World Series champion, one of the best hitters of all time, was a Cy Young candidate before his injury, but also, he doesn't speak English. Unless he's around the snow buddies. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden he's floating. But looking back at his journey of becoming the best baseball player of all time, I truly believe it was accidental. Because before he was speaking English to Cameron Brink, he was on a path to fail. Matter of fact, there were so many decisions in his life that could have actually derailed his career. So today we're looking at the story of how a random Japanese kid became the final boss of baseball. Shohei grew up in a small town named Oshu City, all right, in the northern prefecture of Japan. And these guys love him. I mean, look at this, man. The farmers made a mural of him and his dog on a rice field. Pretty awesome, all right? And his mom and dad, they were both athletes, okay? His mom played badminton, his dad played baseball. Look at his dad right here. He means business. And in Japan, Ohtani was known as a Yakyu Shonen, you know what I'm saying? Yeqiu Shonen, which is a kid who lives, eats, and breathes baseball, all right? I don't know if I believe in the eats part, because throughout my research, yes, there were a lot of videos of him playing baseball, but all this guy was doing was eating. Like 6 different videos this guy eating in high school, all right? This guy was just going for refills on rice, bowl after bowl after bowl, all right? tank! Being coached by his father, Shohei ended up being a prominent talent just in the 7th grade. All right, this guy recorded all but 1 of 18 outs in a 6-inning regional championship game. When you have a prospect like this coming out of elementary school, all the powerhouse high schools like Osaka, Yokohama, their scouts have their eyes pinned on Shohei. Imagine you're a high school scout. But Shohei instead chose to commit to Hanamaki Higashi, okay, which is nearby Oshu. Basically stay with his boys, right? But also to pursue his baseball dreams with his friends and family. Because the interesting part about Hanamaki is that you have to be on campus for 359 days of the year. You're living, breathing, dying this school, and everyone at the school gets assigned a role to help better foster a...
Chad, I feel like high schools around the world are crazy. Or maybe it could just be because he's from a small town. Like, I'm sure kids in rural areas have similar, where their high school experience is similar to our college experience, like kids from the suburbs and cities, where like you can basically just like walk there or bus there and it's like not that big of a deal. But, like, my mom had to do something similar in Poland, but I don't know if that has to do with like just because she was living on the countryside, or that's just what it was, but who knows.
A school environment. For example, some kids are cleaning dishes, some kids are scrubbing windows. Shohei Ohtani, he's cleaning toilets, scrubbing piss, all right? But assigning him this role was intentional. Not because he was an elite scrubber, all right? But because they were trying to teach him humility, knowing he had very high potential in a money-making sport like baseball. On top of humility, this guy was also ambitious, all right? And I'm also an ambitious fella, too. I would love to hit 200,000 subscribers. I'm not sure if I can get there. If 65% of you guys aren't subscribed, so if you can hit that subscribe button, that'd be greatly appreciated. But back to Ohtani, all right? His ambitions were super strong. Even as a young kid, this guy was a man with a plan, all right? Look at this chart right here. This guy was thinking about his body, all right? This is the funniest part. Meals. 7 bowls. What is he eating 7 bowls of? Is this 7 bowls of rice? Like, is this the formula for my kid? It's actually insane. And he set up all of these goals to become the first overall pick in the NPB, which is Japan's top league. And one of the things that was going to get him there is if his pitching velocity was at 100 miles per hour. All right, look at him focused in class. You could see it in his eyes. He really wants 100. And when he became a high school senior at just 18 years old, he started getting close. All right, look at him. He knew that was close. He's happy as hell. Look at him. He's waving hi to mom. He is hyped. All right, next pitch. Bang! Bang! 160 kilometers an hour at just 17 years old. But even after throwing 100, okay, crossing off that side of his goals, the man wasn't happy, because the one thing this guy failed to win was the Summer Koshien, okay, which is the biggest baseball tournament in Japan. It's like the equivalent of March Madness, all right, where all of Japanese high school baseball teams come together, duel it out to see who finishes number 1. But unfortunately, Ohtani never won this tournament, all right, and you can see how much it meant to this guy.
監督さん信じて3年間やってきたので、どうしても監督さんと日本一になりたかったんですけど、自分は160キロ出すことよりも、やっぱり日本一取って、岩手の方々にすごい喜んでもらいたかったので、それができなかったのが一番悔しいです。
Just passionate about the game, all right? Didn't matter if he was throwing 100. His season ended. Cares about his team. Meanwhile, though, the teams in the NPB, they're licking their lips and rubbing their hands, all right? They got their eyes set on this tank. But after Koshien, Shohei said he had enough, all right? He's sick of Japan. He said too much of these weird reality shows, all right, with these small box reactors. He wanted to go to the MLB, all right? He wanted to be the first Japanese player come straight out of high school, all right, like LeBron, and hit the MLB at 18. And this guy was so good, he actually had interest from the Red Sox, Dodgers, Yankees, Rangers. Like, this isn't the Rockies or the Marlins.
Ohtani is certainly a first-round type pick to me. He's a very frontline player. I will come every day if I need to try to help sign Ohtani.
He's 18 years old, but he had to make this decision fast because the NPB draft was coming out. And this guy's basically the #1 overall pick. So we need to know if you want to even pull up if we draft you, right? But the decision was tough because Ohtani, if he signs with an MLB team, he's not allowed to come back and return to the NPB for at least 3 years. So the entire nation of Japan was at the edge of their seat when the 18-year-old phenom made his decision.
Starting a business? Put it in the right hands with LegalZoom.
He wants wants the MLB. All right, the 6'4" tank who can throw 99, 100. He wants to start in the minor leagues and challenge in the majors. The Nippon Ham Fighters had the first overall pick in the NPB draft. All right, owned by the Nippon Meat Packers. They draft him anyway. All right, because he was just that good. But after this draft decision was made, Otani, who probably just finished scrubbing down a toilet, comes out to the press. All right, in his high school, and comes out and says this.
He
didn't give a fuck. So now the recruiting starts, and the first step that Nippon Ham took was to just try to talk to him, right? Go up to him and be like, listen, what you're doing is crazy. You're out of your mind. Here's some examples from the past, the people trying to do this. It never worked. Why are you doing this? But Otani, piss off, right? I'm heading to the MLB. I'm about to make these millions. Get off my dick. So if talking to Shohei didn't work, the Nippon Ham Fighters then decide to send their guys towards his mom and dad. And they even gave him a 30-page document with the title Guide to Your Dreams. International expansion of youth in Japanese sports, okay? This document contained all the details necessary to prove to Otani that, bro, you're nuts. What are you doing, right? So he hands this material to his parents and went to the media to get the public opinion to change that Otani shouldn't do this. But once again, Shohei rejected their proposal. And hearing these rejections, Nippon Ham started feeling hopeless. They didn't know what to do. All right, we draft you with the first overall pick. You're clearly our franchise guy. You make more money here than in America. Like, bro, what do you want? The main reason why Otani wanted to go to the MLB in the first place is not just because just to join the MLB, but also become a pioneer, okay? Become the first person to ever succeed through the minor league system as a foreign player. So knowing this, the manager of the Nippon Ham Fighters, Kuriyama, had to come up with a different plan. Okay, how do we make this fat-ass toilet scrubber feel that same uniqueness, that same level of pioneer, letting him walk a path that no one else had walked before? And his idea was for Otani to be the dual role of ace pitcher and the fourth batter. Tell him that if he goes to the majors, he'll probably start off in the minor leagues for development, and those foreigners, they won't let him play two ways. Nippon Ham didn't even really want to do this. All right, this is their last-ditch effort at getting Otani. Basically saying, bro, you can do whatever you want here. All right, you can eat all the meat, you can play all the positions, you can do whatever you want. You can run the team. Just be the GM. When this idea was brought up, all right, Otani started to smile. He started to crack, all right? Nippon Ham found the chink in the armor, all right? They even made sausages after this guy, okay, to try to get them to play for him, all right? The Otani two-way sausage. This manager was so desperate to get Otani. This guy even wore his...
Imagine go to the grocery store and pick up the Otani two-way sausage, bro. Come on, bro.
Like school colors on his tie, wore gold pants to remind him of his golden retriever that he would be leaving behind if he went to America. He even did this.
The news even reported that the manager wore lucky underwear in hopes he could sway Otani.
No, that's respect, though.
So then came the biggest decision.
Chat, back in college, back in my first couple years of college, I would wear lucky underwear to hopefully get laid. And admittedly, didn't work out. You weren't all that lucky, but chat, I did do it. I did do it. Chat, I would upgrade nurture, but I feel like, doesn't it like cancel out? I don't know if we get the full effect if we actually upgrade it. It's gonna be a while until we get 5-star though. Chat, holy. We need more we need 7 year moms. Get that a couple times. Alright, 2.94. Okay, that actually shut up quick. You know, we're a third of the way to get the cooldowns reduced.
Biggest inflection point of Otani's career, deciding whether or not to head to America at 18 years old or commit to the Nippon Ham Fighters.
本日北海道日本ハムファイターズさんの方に入団させていただくことを球団さんに伝えさせていただきました。
He commits to Nippon Ham. The entire nation.
Yeah, I don't know shit about Shohei Otani except that like I know that he's great. I know he's really good. I know that people place him deservedly, not undeserved plays, but all recently his team's going, you know, the Dodgers are in some shit for that trade. Which I, like, looking at it, like, I reasoned and been like, alright, it's not that bad. Although, of course, you have a team that's so fucking good, why trade for a good player? Well, like, why trade, like, a fucking MVP candidate for a guy that's just kind of, like a young prospect who's really good? But I kind of see it. Like, if the Dodgers are so good, just give them these first couple of, few couple of years, and then just try to extend your own fucking championship window so that you can win it in the not so distant future.
Japan, including all the Japanese hugs, are like, let's fucking go. We got Otani staying in Japan. We get to witness one of the greatest high school Japanese players to ever do it play domestically in Japan. However, in his first year,
Chat, imagine he flopped.
this guy only had 3 home runs in 86 games. So Nippon starts rolling back the two-way sausage production, okay? They're like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Is this dude a scrub? What is going on? Matter of fact, you had Japanese legends and other executives of other teams coming out and basically saying, you finna be ass. You finna be ass, Shohei. Stop being childish, stop being selfish, all right? Taking away from your teammates, just pitch. He also got hurt. He had a cheekbone fracture. He had an ankle issue as well. It was just hella inconsistent. And the thing about playing two ways in baseball is
If
one,
I
you're
had
not
a
only
plan
taking
to go play in America, right? If that's what I wanted to do so fucking deeply, like, I wanna, you know, I wanna play in America. And the only thing that changed my mind is that you're letting me pitch and bat. You're gonna let me bat. Because the second you don't let me bat anymore, I'm not playing, bro.
away a hitter spot. The team was also using him as a 6th pitcher at the time, and usually baseball teams, they rotate 5 pitchers. And so when you have a 6th pitcher and you're also ruining the routine of other pitchers, right? They got an extra day. It's kind of weird. They're used to pitching on a certain routine. But then in 2016, Shohei shut all that up. Because not only had he thrown the fastest pitch in NPB history, he also hit a ball through the roof of the dome.
I think I remember saying this. I forgot it was Otani though.
Like, what? Then people started coming around and being like, all right, this dude is legit. 22 home runs. At the age of 22, he was already considered the best player in Japan. Became MVP. He won the NPB championship. He's basically done it all in the NPB. So surely at this point, he's ready for the MLB, right? But then comes another huge decision, because there's a rule in Japan that 25 years old is the international posted date for players to be up for bid, basically, to come to an MLB team. And Shohei's value at just age 22 was projecting him to be a $200 million player if he waited 3 more years in Japan and then signs with the MLB team. So the decision was to either stick it out in Japan a couple of more years and cash in at 200+ million, or risk it and just go get started in America. However, Shohei, he doesn't want to wait. This guy's been dying to come to Los Angeles since he was 18, right? He's been yearning to come to the MLB. They literally had to pull all the stops possible just to keep this dude in Japan. He forfeits $200 million, and he jumps straight to Major League Baseball and tells him, hey, I want to come play in this league. I'm pulling up early, and I'm coming to take over, all right? And when this announcement came out, a lot of people in the MLB were excited. Cubs, Rangers, Dodgers, Giants, Padres, Mariners, all were in pursuit of Otani. However, the one issue, once again, the fact that Otani wants to be a two-way player instead of just a pitcher or just a hitter. In fact, Yu Darvish, one of Japan's greatest pitchers of all time, actually came out in the Japanese media and said this.
メジャーにもし行きたいとかっていうなった時はこれは多分絶対足引っ張ることになると思うんで、二刀流では絶対メジャー行けないじゃないですか。はい。日本ハムは絞らなきゃいけない。それは結局大谷イコールなんだって多分一般の人たちに聞いたら多分160キロって言うと思うんですよ。はい。じゃあ高い放物線のホームランと絶対言わないはずなんですよ。
Saying, look, he should be a pitcher. Nobody thinks of you as a home run hitter. Got a lot of good stuff in your arsenal. Just focus on being a pitcher. It's hard to be a big-time hitter in Major League Baseball. And a lot of these MLB teams shared the same sentiment, including the Dodgers. They're like, whoa, we're not just going to come in and let this Japanese guy be our ace and the 4th batter. Like, that's not going to happen. That shit was good in Japan. This is the MLB. This is the home of the best baseball players in the world. However, one team, out of desperation, was willing to offer Shohei that full-time two-way role was the Los Angeles Angels. Which honestly explains why he came to the Angels. Because let's be honest, the Angels aren't a real MLB team. These guys haven't won a playoff game since like 2009, right?
Chat, I mean, it's in character that like he left them, because it's like Very clearly didn't have much loyalty. I mean, like, he had loyalty to his, like, high school. Like, he wanted to, like, come up with them, but, like, ain't no loyalty to Japan. He wanted what's best for him at the end of the day. And what was best for him when he was young was to be the best with his buddies. But, yeah, I feel like you could tell now that free agency, because, like, there was a big thing where I remember seeing on Twitter a lot of people talking about his free agency move, like, is he staying with the Angels, is he going to the Dodgers, and it's like, yeah, he was going to the Dodgers, alright.
This is basically like a sponsored work visa. Did he really go to an MLB team? This is basically a minor league team, right? He turned down more money from Seattle and Texas literally to go to Los Angeles, choosing the Angels, wanted to be on the West Coast, and wanted to play two ways. And after this, his career took off. Won Rookie of the Year, started winning MVPs, got the hell out of there, signs for $700 million with the Dodgers, back-to-back champions, dropped his translator. And so look, was the talent for Shohei Ohtani always there? Absolutely. But two crucial decisions. One, turning down his dreams of going to the MLB early, which could have derailed him as a two-way player. And number two, turning down $200 million to come sign with the Angels to let him to continue to develop as a two-way player. And showing his skills on a national stage ended up being the reason why he is the player that he is today. I think he's the greatest athlete of all time. Just nasty as a hitter, nasty as a pitcher. He's got speed, he's got power, he's got great stuff, got everything you want in a baseball player. All right, so there's the story of Shohei Ohtani. You guys,
It's really crazy. Like, at a certain age, bro, you're just gonna have to be like, you're not gonna be able to be Shohei Ohtani, bro. That motherfucker's doing it since 18. How old is he right now? Shohei Ohtani. Oh, he's actually playing against Chicago. Shouts out. He was literally born the day before me, chat, bro. Our birthday? He's 32 now? God damn. Why are they talking about his book? Didn't that shit happen like ages ago? What's this about? Shohei Ohtani number 17 Los Angeles Dodgers doubles during the fourth inning against the Boston Red Sox at Dodger Stadium, Los Angeles. Shohei Ohtani. Now you know the Los Angeles pulled up the biggest trade of the season. Only 2 days of the actual NBA trade line by landing 2-time Cy Young winner Tariq Skubal and the Detroit Tigers. Los Angeles gave up 3 spot prospects in return for Skubal, Zaire Hope, River Ryan, and Brady Smith. Also impressed with trading the dominant Southpaw. The Dodgers made history by pulling off the major move. Dude, MVP twice and Cy Young twice, back to back. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I get like a lot of people are being mad, but like, I'm not all that mad. That like the Dodgers, like maybe it's because I don't give a shit about baseball, and I think that's definitely it. Like, I don't care who wins. Like, my Cubs won it in 2016. Wasn't able to make the parade, but I remember watching it with my dad fondly. Obviously would like to see another one, but like, you know, there's plenty of things. That is a crazy thumbnail, chat. That is a crazy thumbnail. But like I kind of like having the team that's good, right? Like having the baseline, right? Like the big market teams. I guess this doesn't make sense, right? Right. Well, like I like having that mainstream continuity where it's like this is the thing, right? And I don't know, because I feel like we're also focused on being like individuals now. It's like we all have to be like our unique separate person, and what that causes is like I feel like nowadays there's just a shit ton of like subgroups, like like everyone has their own niche, everyone has their own like fucking what's like right, where it's like you're either this, and it's like what happened to like being like one, right? Like we're all like I don't know how to put this in words, but like we're all fucking like American chat, right? But like no one can really like agree on that. You can't say I'm proud to be like an American right now, because then other Americans are like, depending on who's president or depending on what, like depending on like what's happening right now, they will lump you into a political category, and the people from the opposite political party that like, or the people that group you like, oh, you say I'm proud to be American, now that like obviously Trump's a horrible president. I think everyone will agree with that. Like even my very conservative parents agree with that. He's like a nut job and like ass right now, but like on election day I posted Made It in America on my notes, right? Right, very beautiful song. I love it a lot. Sounds like a video game. And then it was part of I told my mama I was on the come up. She said, you going to school, I'll give you a summer. But she met no ID and gave me his number 10 years later. No, this is also an amazing verse, but it's not the one I'm talking about. It's the Jay-Z one. I pledge allegiance to my grandma for that banana pudding, our piece of Americana, our apple pie was supplied through Arm & Hammer. Straight out the kitchen, don't wake Nana. Built a republic that still stands. I'm trying to lead a nation and lead my little mans. Or my daughters, so I'm born to swatter. The scales was lopsided, I'm just restoring order. Hold up, here comes grandma. What's up, yeah? What's that smell? Oh, I'm just blowing some agua. No, Papa, that's Santa. The streets raised me, pardon my bad manners. I got my liberty, chopping grams up. Street justice, I pray God understand this. I pledge allegiance to all the scramblers. This is the Star Spangled. And chat, like, that's such a fucking good song, and it's literally like saying, like, what part of this is like, this is like, what part of this is like saying, like, America's, like, that banana pudding is our piece of Americana? It's like, that wasn't supplied by the government or nothing like that. That's just like, that's like from their community, right? Right? That banana pudding was always there for like, that was like probably like one of his favorite desserts growing up. That they always had in family gatherings, and like that shit was America to him, bro. America wasn't like America, but like that banana pudding that was always there, that was his America, bro. Mom, when are they coming over so I can have some of that banana pudding, bro? Right? That's like that shit, right? No, our apple pie was supplied through Arm & Hammer. What are they gonna say about it? It's morally being stood to him, here he's died for peace, so that I come pie. And the cliche of being as American as apple pie in this case. Jay's piece of American dream came through his drug dealing, because so does an active ingredient in crack cocaine. Like, obviously, they're gonna have the fucking drug, the one pounders, but I mean, you could also, like, our apple pie was, like, Arm & Hammer with baking soda. I'm sure Arm & Hammer baking soda is, like, pretty cheap, so, like, the scales was lopsided. This is literally a knock on, like, a systemic racism. Hold up, here comes grandma. What's the smell? I'm just blowing some agua. Street justice, I pray God understand us. I pledge allegiance to all the scramblers. This is like chat. I posed this story, which is about like Jay-Z selling drugs, being anti-America basically. And then this dude is like, "Are you serious right now?" Like he was automatically trying to. In chat, this is a rich Jewish kid from the North Shores that swiped up and said like, "Bro, are you serious right now? Like, you understand what just happened?" It's like, yes, dude, I understand more than you. Like, I know I'm sexy, I know I'm tall, I know I'm white, right? I'm right, like I know the way I appear, right? Especially after I lost my weight when this dude met me, is like, you might have thought I was like a jock growing up. You might have thought I was, football team, right? Like, very politician-esque. You might think that. But nah, bro. I was born to two immigrants. One being, I don't want to say legal, but like my dad didn't have his papers, bro. Growing up, English was my second language, right? My family's still poor right now, bro. Half the roof of my bathroom right now is fucking covered with black mold. I can't do shit about it. Like, I can try. There's so much. Like, bro, I can't. I don't have shit, chat. Like, I'm not the person this dude thinks I is. Like, that Trump shit. It was like buddies with Israel. Making the rich richer. Like, you going to the North Shore, y'all good, bro. I get it, bro. Like, you are doing this because you want to be a good person, and currently being a good person is being, like, anti-Trump. Which, like, makes sense, right? In your brain, in your worldview, that makes sense. And you're being a good person because you're looking out for, in your mind, you're looking out for those with less privilege than you by saying that Trump is bad, and by, like, checking me on my, on my views on the politics, when it's like, I'm a not so privileged person. Of course, I get good favor just, like, walking around and doing that just because I do look, like, the one thing my mom taught me, or my family taught me, is all that matters in this world was, appearances, right? I would love when people came up, because they would chat. Growing up, they were so, I think they felt, and I also kind of felt like that they hit it well, because, like, but they were, like, so much nicer to me when there was people around, bro. I'm telling you, bro, a couple months ago, one of my cousins, my favorite cousins that we stopped seeing because my dad quit his dad's job, and, like, there was some beef, but I finally saw him again, and, my sister was hitting me. We were like, "Oh, dude, like, come on, you're being abusive, blah, blah, blah." And then like, she wanted something. She wanted me to ask my dad for it, and I'm like, dude, you're like 10 years old and a little girl. My dad's been wanting a daughter since like my brother was in the womb, right? He was disappointed twice by having two boys. Like, he finally has his like baby princess daughter girl. Like, bro, just go ask him. And she's like, no, like, what if he like, and I tell her, it's like, bro, the way he treats you compared to us, bro, it's like he's a different person. We went to a funeral one time for my uncle who, like, I'm pretty sure, blew his brains out. Also that summer, right, because the elections happened before that summer, right? Alright, this is important for my story. But, like, they were, like, my mom was literally joking about it. It's like, all of a sudden his daughter was born, and he's like, he's changing diapers, he's doing this, he's doing that, and it's like, yo, chill on that. You know, you don't have to say it. You don't have to say it loud. You can just think that, and then, yeah, like my cousin, I'm like, yeah, the way dad treats you gonna be me, it's night and day. Like, you're lucky to have him, and then my cousin's like, yeah, it was concerning how he treated y'all. Which, felt mixed bag, because it's like, damn, people knew and they didn't do shit. And on the other side, it's like, at least they knew it wasn't right, you know? That's crazy, because aren't both these guys 30? Are all these guys 30? They're all old as fuck when they're playing high schools. Yeah, I'm saying the Midwest is just so much cooler than both the coasts, bro. And it sucks because it's just like all we're missing is a fucking beach, bro. And even then, we got Lake Michigan low-key, kind of a little bit. This is crazy. Headphones, music I'm playing no headphones is crazy, but also great energy. That dude probably, like, yeah, but yeah, so that shit was, but anyway, so I posted something to this dude, and then, like, not even a year goes by. It's the shit that happens to my mom. And then none of them check up on me, bro, right? When I post a song that has the word America on election day, which just so happened to be, right, like, you were up, like, but then when I needed y'all to come text me, come say, like, yo, are you good? I heard what happened. You've been acting blah, blah, blah. You know, you haven't been taking a shower. You haven't been doing this, blah, 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 blah. None of y'all checked up on me once. You didn't say happy birthday. It's like, fuck you. And then I'm doing some shit with music, and it's doing okay. It's doing all right. Would I like it to be doing a lot better? Yes. Am I happy where I'm at right now? Yes. And then when you catch a glimpse of that, and you're like, oh, I can still catch it early. No, bro. You missed the bus. Sixers GM Mike Gainsey said during a conversation video with the Butterfly, he has grown 2.5 inches since the draft. He has had some like growing habit. He was 6'3" when we took him at 22, but now he stands at almost 6'6". With this growth, we're really hoping for some electric play off the bench, using him in different ways. Imagine it would be optimal expectation for their lives. Chat, part of me doesn't believe this, but okay. Mr. Beast in Liquid Death turned Feastables peanut butter cups into a spark. Mr. Beast in Liquid Death turned Feastables peanut butter cups into a sparkling water. Soda flavored sparkling water. Just stop calling it water at that point, man. Couple things. Crazy to be fucking up on arms. Oh, it's 15 calories. Like, okay. Everyone looking at this, like, everyone looking at this isn't like, oh, I gotta try some. Everyone looking at this is like, wow, this is weird. Why did they do this? Correcting it for like the 5 calories is also crazy. And then it's 5 calories for room for error. That's for the can, right? When it says 15, it could be 20 to 10, right? When it says 15 on the thing. Like, very clearly, they just wrote the wrong number from the can. He saw the can, saw that it was actually 15, felt the need to correct for some reason. The 5 calories error does not... But like, chat, right? Like, this is a chocolate peanut butter bar. And this is supposedly water. Right? Just water. It's just sparkling water that's supposed to taste like chocolate or peanuts. First of all, no way it's gonna actually taste accurate to the thing. Second of all, if it does, you're getting a fucking mutation, bro. You're gonna become fucking chocolate flavored peanut butter, man. We're your mom? Do I even upgrade it? Like, this is what we're really waiting for. The 11% boost is like, I guess kind of what we're waiting for. Like some more of those. We're halfway to this though, which is great. I want to do this, but like it's not gonna help enough. Picked up Trey Gem. Shouts out. I don't think it's that big of a loss for the Knicks. I don't think Trey Jameson will really help the Raptors all that much, but we did it. Chat. Cleveland Sirens, I think it's beautiful. I think it's a great team. Love the logo. I think it's similar to what the Raptors did, where it's like, The Odyssey was like the highest grossing movie. This came, and, you know, I think it was a very, it has to be. It was like the greatest grossing movie, and like named the team after that. You know, it's a WNBA team. Sirens are like a very popular character from the movie. You know, there's a little bit of a TikTok thing where it's like the Siren song, right? I think it's fine. What the fuck does that have to do with Cleveland, though? And what was the original trademark? Yeah, but if the other team was Rockers, yeah, that was fun. That was that old Terrence Ross highlights, bro. Oh my god, miss him. As mentioned, fish creative brownies of technology, AG helps remove barriers to artists who look at AG to see what they're right now. Are they talking about AI? Chat, I do agree that AI, you can use it effectively, right? Like, what are they talking about AI? Kill yourself. Oh my god, kill yourself, bro. Kill yourself, bro. Kind of funny, but he's not, like, bro. What happened in the underground I loved, bro?
I'm sick of your ass, I'm not gonna lie. This might be the last time you ever talk to me. This might be my last stream. This might be the last time. This might be the last time you ever see my face. I hope. You hope what? I hope this is the fucking last time, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm sick of your ass, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, he's obviously rage quitting. I don't know what he talking about. What happened to my what happened to my underground, bro? My brother listens to crew, bro. It's like, fucking kill yourself in a video game, bro. What was I talking about? Yeah, AG, like, I think there's obviously some good uses of it, like, if it's talking about AI. At least in the music creation space. Like, chat, you make music and you want to use a sample, or you want to use a specific part, or like, you can't find the stems for it, right? Like, stems, great part of it, right? Where it's like, I want to use this part of the music, and I have a vision to make something great. I just need this part, so doing that. I think what JPEG Mafia did with fucking, like, the Future song, like, making a different version so then just sample it and do it, like, obviously, I think that's, like, good, but, like, it's, I don't give a fuck about I, like, honestly hate JPEG Mafia so much, that's, like, oh, I don't fucking care. I think people that came up with the, like, I think having that idea is cool. They should have done what Kanye did, bro. Have y'all watched? I rewatched the Genius documentary, and then he was like he was flexing this, and he was talking about this, and he was like, you can, like, sample all this stuff, right? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a choir to go sing this, so then I could. Oh, well, I'll be back. the craziest thing just happened. My dad just brought home a my dad just brought home an SNES, bro. Which is crazy. My dad always, he always hated us to get video games. I think, oh, that sounded weird. I shouldn't touch that. But, we always hated us getting videos. We didn't get an Xbox. That's weird like that. All of a sudden, his, boss brings back some, old shit. And he's like, oh, what, you guys like playing games? What is this? And I was like, oh, this is, old. This is, 10 years before me and Casper, or my brother, were even born. And then, he was like, oh, you can just throw it away then. I was like, no, I mean, it's on SNES. It could be worth some. Although, probably isn't. How much is... It also has, some shit on it. Actual brown stains on one of the controllers. Is an SNES worth? 80 and 120, so, nothing. Okay, good to know. I'm guessing it's the miniature one because it's pretty small. I'm not expecting it to be that small. But hey, W pickup. You might, who knows, I might get really into fucking Mario speedrunning or some shit like that. Probably not though. Alright, chat, I think I might end soon, though. Chat, that's crazy. One person is worth a fucking 3%? Chat... The richest person in America is worth 3%. Chat, think about that, chat. Right? Where it's when you think about the 1%, bro. Right. Really, sit here and think about that, chat. That's crazy.
Your clients dream big. Your agency builds bigger. Base 44.
An absolute ton of money. This number is only potentially rivaled by another super secret hush person that may or may not be a Saudi Arabian prince. But other than him, no other person in the past even comes close to the amount of wealth Elon has been able to accumulate. You might be saying, but we had kings and businessmen and emperors. And if you adjust for inflation, of course they're richer than Elon. Well, no, they're not. And this is you. So tie your shoes, put on your hat, and get ready to feel broke because we're going on a journey of the world's richest people. Keep it coming, further, okay, one more, there. The world's first richest person, I don't know, probably had all the sharp rocks and the cave women in the village. Or men, we don't judge. The next richest person probably had, I don't know, all the grain. We know from archaeological evidence that inequality grew after farming was introduced to a society, creating this class of rich grain holders. Some people just got bigger graves than others, like the pyramids. In Bulgaria, there's this grave from about 6,500 years ago that was buried with more gold than the rest of the known world had, including with some sort of golden weapon, earrings, jewelry, and a golden penis holder. Mansa Musa had a lot of gold. He was the king of Mali in the 1300s, and because he controlled the region's gold mines and salt mines, people even today call him the richest man of all time. And listen, I can't disrespect a fellow paper chaser, a fellow hustler, a fellow mounianier, if you know what I mean. But he was certainly not the richest man ever. His most famous story is from his pilgrimage to Mecca. He traveled to Arabia from Mali with an entourage of 60,000 people, lots of slaves among them, and 100 camels, each carrying 300 pounds of gold. Here you go. Some for you, some for you, and a slave for you, little boy. He gave away so much gold on this trip that Egypt suffered a 12-year economic depression when the price of gold collapsed along the Nile River. Now, even if Mansa was rich off gold, the vast majority of it has been mined within the last 100 years. I mean, even on this famous trip, he brought about 14 tons of it, while we mine over 3,000 tons a year.
Damn, gold mugs.
And yet, you have people writing even today that Mansa Musa was a trillionaire. That's wrong. The way we measure price changes today is by using something called the CPI, Consumer Price Index. You take what the average person buys in a year, like 21% of their income to housing, 17% of it to food, 8% to... Wait, no, that's my list. 8% to furniture, and so on, and literally add up how much 15% of it to food, 8% so on, and literally add up how much the price of these changes every year, and that's inflation. Yes, that is the inflation number you see in the headlines. People back in the 1300s didn't buy the same things we did though. They probably spent like 25% of their income on clothes and 2% on loots. Let alone did they have access to higher education and flight and electricity and V-Bucks, which we're all used to paying for. So measuring inflation past a certain point literally becomes a technological problem, not an economic one. That inflation-adjusted tag you see on old people's incomes is just a guess. So let's stop the Mansa slop. Sure, he had some gold in his pockets and a lot to give away, but he couldn't buy nearly anything with it. He couldn't buy a private jet or an Amiri jacket or even ice cubes with it. He couldn't buy ice cubes with his pile of gold because they weren't even invented yet. In a more technologically advanced, wealthier world, wealthier people today are far, far wealthier than wealthy people back then. This bank estimated that the wealth of us all was somewhere around 520 trillion US dollars in 2025, whereas back then, it likely wasn't even what we would consider a trillion US dollars. Therefore, I believe that Mr. Meme
I am become meme.
is the richest person to ever walk this planet. Folks, let me tell you a story that may or may not be a paid advertisement. Legally, I have to tell you, it's a paid advertisement. Back when my great-grandfather was still around, he would always tell me, don't be coaxed, go with Cloaked, the privacy partner that scours the web looking for leaks in your information. Thanks, great-grandpappy. Folks, you can put in your phone number and check if your SSN has been leaked out into the public, and Cloaked removes that data once they find it. You can also use Cloaked to make a burner email or phone number and call, email, or text inside of the app. Burn that! What's a data broker gonna do with this burnt up email, huh? So if you want your identity protected, go to cloaked.com/hoser with a 0 and enter your phone number for a free security scan. It only takes 2, maybe 5 seconds. So thank you to Cloaked for sponsoring this video.
For procurement managers, Grainger is the go-to partner that helps keep your healthcare facilities ready for patients. Because there's no time to manage orders and deliveries from multiple suppliers, Grainger offers everything in one place, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. All with fast delivery that helps ensure you always have what you need to put patient care first. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
On June 12, 2026, Elon Musk officially became the world's first trillionaire. He'd been the CEO of Tesla since 2008, and under his leadership pushed to create a true American electric vehicle industry. He also co-founded SpaceX, a private, for cash, space company. Best known for the rocket that went up, and get this, went back down. Later, it merged with XAI, best known for Grok. SpaceX announced it would go public in the summer of 2026, and investors were so hyped that Elon could give space the EV treatment that they could open it at a $1.75 trillion valuation, of which Elon was reported to say, nom nom nom, give me all the pie, I'm the pie boy, as he took roughly 42% of all the shares. That rocketed his net worth to over the $1 trillion mark. Rocketed. Now, I should point out that at the time of this IPO, SpaceX didn't make money. In fact, they were losing billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars a year on their rockets, and especially on Grok. Only Starlink, the satellite internet service, was profitable. But it's okay, everybody, because in their regulatory filing, they estimated their potential market size to be $28.5 trillion, the largest for any company ever, or almost the entire GDP of modern-day America, 90% of which would come from AI. Okay, the trillion-dollar idea is to put data centers in space. None have yet been launched, and the terafab to make the chips they want to use doesn't exist yet. So, hello investors, I have something for you today that I believe could permanently change the course of human history. Imagine AI
that is crazy,
for dogs. Do you want $10 trillion? Future value is priced into the stock already. Therefore, Elon is a trillionaire. AI for dogs will probably make like a couple trillion, so please buy.
Chat, it would, but it would just have to be like an AI that would like be able to calculate like the eating habits or like the habits of your animals, and then it would feed it accordingly. And it would use all that, like it would use AI to like understand the best feeding practices for your dog, and then it would like, it's like those like automatic like cat food dispensers or automatic like cat litter boxes, but it will like automatically give your dog
fine.
Go
Let Elon have the money. When has he ever lied? Other than that time he predicted a self-sustaining Mars colony by 2024, Neuralink by 2019, full self-driving cars by 2020, the Hyperloop by 2020, solar roof tiles by 2017, and he never made that candy company. So let me recap. Elon's share in this company pushed him over the edge to become a trillionaire. Yep. Without making any money? But it projects $30 trillion in sales. Yeah. Without even making a dime now? That's right. And its big idea is to put calculators in space? You betcha. Have they put any there yet? Nope. Have they even invented the calculator? Nope. We gave him how much money? Let's continue our journey. John Jacob Astor was the first millionaire. He left Germany at 17 to make instruments with his brother in London, then left again at 21 to live with his older brother in New York City, baby. Not that New York. It looked like this at the time. His brother worked in the fur industry, and John Jacob was a good businessman, so they sent him upstate to trade furs with the Native Americans of the region. Then, he got rich off furs, setting up 2 companies, one for the Great Lakes region and one for the newly explored West. I like to imagine the richer he got, the more and more fur coats he put on until he was just one fluffy mass. But really, what pushed him over the millionaire line was his property empire. He bought, sold, and was a diligent landlord across New York City. One of his tricks was to buy rundown land for cheap, lease it out for 21 years, and when a tenant built a house on it, buy the house based off of his expert, much lower valuation. Classic lording. That means landlording if you're out of the loop. Here are 3 fun facts about John Jake. After Aaron Burr's duel where he shot Alexander Hamilton to death and murdered him forever, Aaron needed money, so he leased Astor his property in exchange for a loan. And that property is now Greenwich Village. Fun!
Build your online store with Wix Harmony.
Damn,
Tell
one
Aria
property
what you're
into a
selling.
village though? That's kind of crazy.
He bought property in the new Oregon Territory and originally planned to build a city out west. It still exists today. It's called Astoria. But the US went to war with Canada the next year and it ruined his project. Cool. And John Jacob's great-grandson, John Jacob Astor IV, happened to be the richest guy to die on the Titanic. Neat. While we're at it, let's talk about that other John. The one that became the world's first billionaire. John D. Rockefeller. More like John B. Rockefeller. Get it? Get it?
Billion.
Because the B stands for billionaire. He got rich off of the other great American pastime, oil. John D. was a very diligent businessman who decided not to get into the drilling business, but the refining business. You know that old adage about the shovels? In 1870, he co-founded the Standard Oil Company, which progressively refined the refining process, created a whole host of new oil-based products like gasoline, and bought up smaller competitors. Nom, nom, nom. I drink your milkshake. John D. was also a very moral man who thought it was his duty to make his company as big as possible and monopolize the oil market, because otherwise, too many small companies would swing the price around wildly. And us plebeians, we go crazy when that happens. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 down. That's all anyone talks about. Part of his business strategy was to make secret deals with the nation's new railway companies to give him cheap access to these roads. He wasn't the most loved among journalists for this, and actually stepped down partly because of all the bad press he got. Look at this. This is just sneering. By 1911, the government tore Standard Oil apart too, splitting it into 34 different companies, which you'd think would hurt his retirement plans. But he actually got richer than ever before because of the equity he held in all of these new companies. And 5 years later, he became the world's first billionaire. It is the religious duty of man to get all that he can, has absolute authority over the country. Is this all his? I tend to think not. We're focusing on personal and market wealth here instead of political power. And even then, it's murky. The Crown Prince has bought a $300 million house in France and spent $500 million on both this yacht and Salvator Mundi by Leonardo da Vinci. These are his, which he got through, his wealth? So I don't know. These guys probably make it onto our coveted trillionaires list of 1. But it's not entirely certain where they stand and who, if anyone, gets the spot above Elon. As for the next trillionaire, well, what do you want me to say? Do you want me to sit here and pretend that the next great American entrepreneur will make their money through real estate, energy, or even physical goods? Or will they own a big chunk of an AI company that loses billions of dollars a year that for some reason we value at $2 trillion? My money is on the latter. Literally. Or will the tech bro fantasy of money no longer matter and come true, and we all measure our net worth with how many NVIDIA branded registered and trademark chips we have on our OpenAI licensed digital record keeper?
Clowned for this take. You don't want an all-star for $4 million? Well, the problem is he ain't just any all-star, and the LeBron circus has already begun. And it's not like LeBron's always trying to make this stuff happen. It just comes with the territory. First off, Max Kellerman just casually floats the idea that Joel Embiid should be traded on his podcast with Rich Paul, LeBron's agent. Now, Rich disagrees, but you know Max makes like a pretty good argument. He's like, well, you know, if he's healthy and Joel is never healthy, and he's a big piece, it'll be tough to work him back in. And you're sitting there like, yeah, but the most powerful agent in the world is listening to this? Why? And you might say, it's just a podcast. It's what you do on a pod. Yeah, but this isn't Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith covering the NBA. Rich Paul is in the NBA. He doesn't play, but he's responsible for player movement. And now Joel has to just casually hear this with an agent who's got influence in his organization. I would be so pissed. Like, LeBron gets here, and on day one, I'm hearing this stuff. I've been
But that's if they traded fucking Joel Embiid. You know how stupid that would be? That, like, defeats, like, if you trade any of these guys, the team that's, like, you have your best chance to win your ring. They're not
Piece of the franchise for 10 years. The problem is having your best friend agent be a podcaster. Who does that? Oh, I know, LeBron James. Remember last year when this happened to Austin Reeves? Only it was Rich Paul suggesting the trade. The man was using "we" when referring to the Lakers, and reports said it caused major friction. I could easily see during the year, the convo turns to VJ Edgecombe. Just like Spike Eskin said, I mean, VJ is young. Go and give the man his own team. He doesn't deserve to be the number 5 in the pecking order, right? You can see it now. And the second circus thing that's already happening are like little controversies, like LeBron possibly living in New York during the year. But it is awesome that you guys love My Fit Foods just like I do. Made me so happy when they opened the Austin store recently, and 2 of the first people who walked into the grand opening said they heard about My Fit Foods from AM Hoops, and it makes sense. I have tried a million of these meal prep places. My Fit Foods, by far the best I have ever tried. The convenience is great, how affordable they are, and so tasty. They mix in new meals every month, so I never get bored. You guys know that I care about my fitness. For me, 90% of the whole thing comes down to what I eat. And you can walk into their locations in Portland, in Denver, in Houston where I live, or now in Austin, like I said. And if you use my code AMH25, you get 25% off. Again, that is AMH25 for 25% off at MyFitFoods. So a local Philly paper crunched the numbers and said it would cost LeBron around $1 million per year to do that. Like pay a quarter of your salary just to not live in the city who is so excited to have you. Kind of a slap in the face. And I know Philly people are saying, we don't care, it's all about winning. They're proud of their city and their history, and they're constantly compared to New York. Like NYC is better. LeBron is validating that. Just a couple losses and man's getting back on his helicopter to leave. It won't be pretty. And okay, we've had this technically in the past. JJ Redick did it, but to be with his family. In the 1960s, Wilt did it, and he even bought a nightclub in New York. He was kind of like the LeBron of his era in some ways. But in this era, who else would do this? Maybe Kawhi. But Kawhi doesn't feel Hollywood enough. LeBron is. But in the past, the circus is worth it because it comes with winning. The first time the LeBron circus was even a thing was 2010 with the decision. He didn't make like a big stink in Cleveland the first time because he was so young, but once LeBron got the power, man, he used it. Turned his own free agency into a TV special where Cleveland fans got to see their heart ripped out on national TV. But sure enough, year one, he'd go to the finals. Year two, they win a championship. In fact, that first year, LeBron started a run of 8 straight finals. 4 in Miami, 4 in Cleveland.
That's
basically, for like a decade. If you had LeBron...
It's Mario's house, and it's about to get less disgusting.
You're going to the finals, it's worth it. But is that the case anymore? Obviously not on the Lakers. What about in Philly? Well, the first thing we know is this changes almost everything about how the team actually works. First of all, LeBron is playing point guard, which Shams just reported. That moves Tyrese Maxey off the ball, which is actually a good thing. Maxey is at his best off the ball, but it's a big change. Then the sacrifice from guys will be huge. Dean Oliver pointed out the usage rates from all the starting 5 last year. Totals 142%. And people are like, okay, look, that's different. They weren't all on the same team back then. Yes, but the sacrifice is real. And hey, Jaylen Brown says he's going into next year with no ego. Exactly what the ego guy would say. Just kidding, not really. But they all say that, okay? Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, all the guys who have to sacrifice, okay? The guys who were the #1 on their old team go to play with Braun to sacrifice, but always have a hard time with it. Even with a guy like Kevin Love, who is not a look-at-me guy, all he wanted was the recognition of how much he sacrificed. He didn't really get it, and it took a toll on his mental health. And they were making the finals every year. So Jaylen Brown apparently wanted his own team, basically got the exact opposite of that. But then there's health. And really, this is the big one, okay? Because over the last 5 years, LeBron has averaged about 65 games. Joel Embiid has averaged about 46. It's not...
I often say this, but not to y'all, but I feel like in life, I'm that Kevin Love, or like at my best, the Kyrie role, bro. And it sucks, cause like right now I'm doing this shit alone, and it sucks. It really sucks. I feel like I'm really only at my best when I got somebody else doing it, which sucks, cause I know shit that I didn't know before. And with that sort of mentality, like it just doesn't clap. I've seen the truth. I've seen how this shit works, bro. But still, I need a #2, which, like, I don't know if there's any training I can do, like if there's any star training. Like it's oxymoronic, right? Obviously, growing up, when my mom said, "Oh, I'm such like a star," like that, she was saying it like backhandedly, right? But it's like some of that truth is there. It's like, oh, look at the star. But at the same time, when I want to do something great, it's like I feel like at my best, I'm seeing like my best version of myself is like Pharrell. Which I told someone that, and it's like, it was like, oh, here's a secret, I'm like the next Pharrell or something like that. It was like a joke, and she's like, why do you want to be that? Why not? I was like, well, I mean, in 2000, I forget if it was like 2012 or earlier, but like at one point of his life, like damn near 80% of the songs he produced. And she didn't know that, obviously. And then she's like, why wouldn't you want to be like the next Travis Scott? And I was like, I personally don't like Travis Scott that much, but then also, like, I don't know. Ideally, I'd be like, not ideally. I feel like ideally I could be like Kanye, without the crazy shit. But I feel like there has to be a drawback. Which sucks.
Crazy to say, the core Philly players might only play like 25 games together by the playoffs. I'm sorry, that's not going to cut it when so much is changing. Like, you got to have a lot of court time to figure out a lot of stuff. And in the East, this is not the same conference as when LeBron left. We got Giannis in Miami, Kawhi in Toronto maybe, Tyrese Halliburton's coming back. Last time we saw him on the court, Pacers in the finals. The Cavs, Pistons busting it. Oh yeah, the NBA champion Knicks. That is 7 legitimate teams I just mentioned that could easily beat Philly in a playoff series. In fact, you could say the West is just top heavy with the Thunder and Spurs up top. But the East has better depth, much better. If you look at these championship futures, 5 of the next 6 most favored teams are in the East. So if Braun went to Philly thinking the road will be easier there, that ain't the case anymore in 2026. But if things do go south in Philly, the first guy who needs to watch his back is Nick Nurse. This man was already on the hot seat last year, among other things, for not knowing how to use Jared McCain. Okay, goes to OKC, immediately pops off, doesn't look great for Nick Nurse. Well, LeBron's not the kind of guy who's just gonna sit around and be patient, okay? Frank Vogel fired 2 years after winning a championship. Darvin Ham lasted 2 seasons, and he was winning the NBA Cup and making the Western Conference Finals. And in Cleveland, LeBron decided he did not respect David Blatt on day one. He was a Euro coach. Braun wanted assistant Ty Lue. So the Cavs fired David Blatt while he was in first place, about to coach the All-Star team, and had just gone to the NBA Finals. Good luck, Nick Nurse. By the way, Nick Nurse wasn't hired to coach LeBron. He was already there, just like David Blatt was. So that Philly radio guy hates what LeBron could mean for his team, and he's getting a ton of pushback. But about 6 months from now, a lot of people might be saying, yo, that guy wasn't wrong, he was just early. My hair's too long. If you really dig into what this Spike Eskin guy is saying, what he's saying is that he resents the fact that this is now LeBron's team, and that everything is kind of about winning LeBron a ring. And it's kind of lame, because you go through, I mean, if you think about someone who's been a Sixers fan for their whole life, or at least the last 10 years, you've gone through so much crap, the process, Joel Embiid. Now, almost all of that history is kind of wiped away, because it's all about getting LeBron a championship. In a lot of respects, it is. Everyone might be expendable here. Like, they would never talk about trading LeBron. My dog is in my room. They would never talk about getting rid of LeBron. It's rumors already about Joel Embiid. People talking Joel Embiid for Anthony Davis as if Joel Embiid doesn't matter. VJ Edgecombe, like I said in the video, like, you could easily see, he's the number 3 pick. He's in his 2nd year, right? And so it's like, yo, this kid has had to take such a step back. He does deserve his own team. Secretly, we could get a lot for him, right? And so you move off Embiid and VJ Edgecombe to keep the big 3 of Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, and LeBron James, and build around them that way, if things don't go well in year 1. But the thing that underlies all of this is it's all about LeBron. All those moves and everything, just your whole organization becomes about LeBron and winning him the next ring. I mean, yeah, of course that would annoy me if I was in that Phillies fans position. It would annoy me, right? At some level, especially with a team that has so much history and so much baggage that's come with all the time that it's gotten to get to this point, right? So I do definitely understand his complaint. And you know, you look at Laker fans, and they really did hate him on his way out. A lot of my wife's family lives in Southern California, dude. They were so ready to get rid of him. And I don't even need an anecdote like that. If you know anybody in the LA area or Southern California, you know this. And, you know, part of it is if you win one championship, in a lot of places, they'll love you forever. Like Giannis and the Bucks, but with LeBron in LA, they're like, no. Like, they're so entitled. I forget the exact stat, but in NBA history, the Lakers haven't only won the second most amount of championships. They've been to so many finals. I forget the exact stat, but the fact is, if you stretch out all of NBA history and just average it, 1 out of every 3 years since the NBA started, the Lakers have been in the finals. 1 out of every 3 years. Can you imagine the entitlement that comes with that? So if you're a Laker fan, you're like, yo, LeBron came here, he won 1 ring. Who cares? That's cute, right? Like, 1 ring for them is not worth.
Builder. Hand is dead. Base 44. Basketball and baseball. Basketball and baseball. Like, once they suck, or once something, like, right? It's funny to laugh at, like, if they don't come up with expectations. I mean, because those fans have the same expectations for themselves, and they expect to win finals, they expect to do this. Anything that falls short, you can like, ha, you didn't do this. And then they're always on their back foot and they're mad because it's like
And all this stuff. To 29 other, about 29 other franchises, hell yeah, it's worth it, right? But with the Lakers, they're like the one place they're like, one ring, okay, thank you. By the way, we had missed the playoffs for 5 straight seasons before. It was a franchise low. We had never missed the playoffs 5 years in a row, but we were on our way back. We're not sure how we were going to get there. You think you saved us, LeBron? You didn't. We were on our way back to the top. I don't know how we would get there, but that's been our whole thing, okay? So they're just so entitled. They think, you know, they were born on third base or whatever. So the Lakers are very interesting, right? So he won the one ring, but then after that, it was like, I mean, going through all of the history with this, LeBron was a giant headache. I mean, everything was about him. When Rob Pelinka okay, so after, I don't want to get too much down the history lesson, but the Russell Westbrook trade is when everything went wrong, right? And LeBron absolutely pushed those buttons to make it happen. And Rob Pelinka was on board, so they both, you know, did the trade. But when it wasn't working, LeBron was like, we need more trades, and you need to trade all of our picks right now. And he tweets that thing about the Rams GM who had the T-shirt that said "F them picks," and he said, "Legend, my type of guy." And then he goes to All-Star that weekend. He says, you know, really the MVP over on that Thunder team, that's Sam Presti. Now he's a great GM. And then they asked him, hey, by the way, Cavs, could you ever see? He goes, yeah, you know, I could see myself ending up. The door isn't closed on that. And so he does all this stuff trying to like punish the Lakers for not doing what he wanted. And then when he gets confronted with it after All-Star, he goes back to Los Angeles and he's confronted by the media. And he's like, how dare you twist my words? I just tried to talk about how great Sam Presti is. You think that's against Rob Pelinka? And by the way, I like the man's T-shirt. It said "F them picks." What? How does that reflect on Rob and the Lakers organization? It's like, are you kidding? This is like 14-year-old middle school level drama that comes with this guy when things don't go his way. And
But that's the thing. Like when you guy like that, you can just pop it like that. You know, like chat. Like they're hating on him, but that hate just stems from like them not being able to do it, bro. Like, that's the thing, like, oh, you can be mad at him for it, but that's because he could, like, he's LeBron. Do what he wants, bro. Give him his flowers. LeBron's really my idol, bro. And, like, obviously, like, chat, like, LeBron was him since high school. Of course he's bringing high school shit here. Because everything is really just high school. Even work is, like, high school. I've been seeing that shit. It's really just high school where it's, like, It's all just cycles, right? American high school is made to condition you to work in a fucking factory or whatever, right? Like, the fact, like, seeing is the first step. Once you can see it, you can get a strategy and you can plan that shit and you can participate and you can really win that shit, bro. Chat, look at how much fucking leaf power we have, bro. Eventually this we're gonna get up, because like, actually we're getting these pretty quick, but like, hopefully, or no, because we have to, how much? 848? Damn. We're already have, like, once this gets upgraded, we're gonna get water quick, chat. We're gonna get a lot of water fast, and we can hopefully get more of these cards. Eventually get a lot of shreds fast. We need 5 more mobs to get a nice little game, bro. 272 to 206. That's gonna be insane. We're already at 4 QA.
Everything has to be geared toward him, exactly like what Spike Eskin said. And then it was just years and years of that. Like I said, I'm not going to go through the whole history lesson, but after all that stuff, Laker fans turned on him, and then it just was just tiring over and over and over, right? So, you know, the good news, I guess, for Philly is it's only 2 years, so we'll see what happens. but they're definitely a better team. They're definitely the best starting five on paper, but on paper is so much different than in real life. Like, think about Jaylen Brown. He had a hard time with Jason Tatum, who seems like the nicest guy in the world, right? He's definitely not like a me, like crazy alpha in your face guy. And they were like going to Western Conference Championships and they were winning finals and there was still weird friction. Like, what? So on paper is one thing, right? All right, we'll see. Check out this video. It's about where Russ could go next. Speaking of Russ in the league.
When I got shingles, I was 52 years old. I thought shingles were...
Ladies and gentlemen, new thing we have, European nights. We're leaving on managers, European nights, January transfer window. We're going squad first, normal, prime, all time. We're going to go a little bit different. We're going to go for a 3-4-3. Yeah, 3-4-3. And we're going European nights. I want to win. 38-0. Here we go. Halfway gamble on 1 January event. I like that. Let's see what we can do. Please give us good ones. Don't give us that. Don't give us that. See, this is the issue, right? Charlie Adam. It's like, do I take him? Or do I just go for the... That's a bad striker to get, though, isn't it? Like, do I use my reroll there? That team's not that awful. God, what do I do with that? That's my first go. Reroll on my first go. Don't reroll, don't take striker. I mean, I could take Charlie Adam. I'm going to take him as a centre mid. I don't think it's bad enough to reroll. This might be. Nah, John O'Shea. John O'Shea is a right wing. No, can't have him. A centre back. 84 rated ain't bad. Take an 84 rated as a centre back. Newcastle. Michael Owen as my striker. Hell yes. I'll put him left wing for now just to see.
None of y'all, because first of all, no one's in here. And no
there we go. That's why I did it. Alan Shearer is my striker. What a strike force this is. Could take Graham Lasso. No. What a strike force. If I don't outscore everyone. Is there anyone Jermaine Defoe, John O'Shea I've already got. I think Wes Brown, centre back. 83, 84. We can get if we can get a
really good
big centre back and a good keeper.
No.
You got to take him, don't you? You got to take him. Cantona there. The Villa 2004, Nobby Solano. A little right wing back, Nobby Solano might do wonders. Thomas Sorensen in goal though. Do I lock in an 84 keeper?
No,
84's decent for a keeper.
You have to do another one.
A right wing back is... I think I might just... Yeah. This team is all over the place, 100%. Thomas Sorensen, I think. We're going to take him. Right, left wing back. This might be the reroll.
Chat, and then we're not so orthodox.
This is our reroll.
Reducing cooldowns.
Maybe you disagree, but I think this has to be our reroll. Yeah. Don't give us Harry Kewell as a left wing back. Sammy Hippier as a centre back. Steven Gerrard as a centre mid. We can't. That's pain. That's pain. We can't take Steven Gerrard. 94 or... I mean, Fernando Torres was right. I think I'm going to take Sammy Hippier. I can't take Gerrard. But you can't play any of those. I think we take Hippier as an 88. We could take Harry Kewell left wing back, but I think we need that. We need that big centre back. 88 rated centre back there. That defence is actually solid.
Well, Jamie
right wing, left wing back. If we can get someone half decent and a right winger. Trossard. Little left wing back. Not bad. Caicedo would have been nice. We'll take him. Right wing back. Spurs 97. Oh, Sol Campbell as a centre back. That would have been beautiful. I don't know if I could have or not. I don't know, Ethan. Maybe I could have. Do I put him... What are we more likely to have? Actually, I can do this and then just change him, can't I? I can't take Ginola. If they're blacked out, I can't take it. Anderton right wing back. And then we'll do this last one. And if they can play... Okay, so if I move him here, who becomes available? Does the throw-ins work? I'm taking Rory Delap for the culture. It's not great. I'm going to go no manager. Shall I? Changes the style of your season. No. I don't want to change it. Projected finish is 3rd. That's bad. All right, let's see where we can get. Drawing to Newcastle ain't ideal. Losing to Fulham definitely ain't ideal. People must have actually gone 38-0, right? Drawing to Brentford. What's going on here? We beat Arsenal and United and Tottenham halfway there. Do we enter the transfer market? We are on course for 1st, which is mental. You think we do? I just think like our team is really like we're 1st. Like, are we really gonna? You don't just get to choose.
I think
that's not how it works.
You don't do it.
We only lost one game.
Like what? If
Gamble for the culture.
No, you already lost. There's no point.
The one that got away. The dream signing is back on the table. Bring him in, and he goes straight into your 11. The dream signing. Yes. What? Wait. I have Cantona and Gerrard in centre mid.
I mean, that's good.
I swear, if I lose now, this is the biggest Gerrard slip up. And I know what I'm saying. We lost to Brighton. We drew with Leeds. They are the best team in the world. We drew with... Okay. We're drawing a lot here. We have lost 2 games. We've lost more games since we got Gerrard than we did without him. But... we lost to West Ham 5-0. What just happened? 84... 80...
Allergies? Get fast, powerful allergy relief plus no brain fog due to drowsiness. Discover Allegra. It's a no-brainer.
Seven points. Champions. I'm just saying, we did worse with him. 87 points, 27 and 5. That's pretty solid. Golden Boot, Michael Owen, Cantona, Sorensen, Alan Shearer. Look at that. That's a team, that is. Yeah, Gerrard did not help. But look, European Nights is where Gerrard steps up. Watch. Projected 3rd, you know. Excellent, strong. That's excellent. 94, 90, I guess. 83. Wow. All right, here we go. European Nights. Let's see the table. Okay. I'd be upset if we lost more than 1. I'm looking at 1 loss, 1 draw, rest wins. Okay, good win.
Inter win.
Draw. Did not want 2 draws. Real Madrid was the team I thought we would lose to. 3 draws is bad. We didn't even make it out, bro. We finished 10th out of 36. Okay, so who are we playing? Sporting in the playoffs. Surely we beat Sporting. Why have I said that? Solid. 2-1 up. First leg.
Oh, chat, we're close.
2-1 up. Easy. Easy 4-2.
Once we get 5 of these, or
easy 4-2. We knew we were good. Bayern Munich, we're 2-1 up. 3-2 up. 4-3. What a thriller. What the hell just happened in this game? No. Yes. We beat Bayern Munich. What just happened? Why was that like the most... That would have been the most unreal round of 16 game ever. Okay, we can do this. Into the quarters. Tottenham. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Make it 4. We'll take a 3-1. Get an early goal. Good. Counter-attack. Get another. We take it. 4-1. Can you slow it? No, it's just 1. If I could slow it, it'd be good. Come on. Semi-finals. AC Milan. 1-1. We're winning. 2-1. No, 2-2. No. Stevie G, come on. I need you. Stevie G, I need you tonight. Please. Stevie G.
Really?
Stevie G. No. Ooh. Steven Gerrard. Ooh. Gerrard actually did score. Oh, Gerrard led that. He scored that first goal that brought us back into it. We're into the final. 7-3. Can we do it? Please. Into the final. You've reached the final. I thought that was it. One night at the 38-0 arena for everything. Grab whoever's nearby. You'll want them witness it. All right. Yo, run a quick prediction. Is a mod here? Is there a mod? Run a quick prediction. Win or loss. I don't want to know what the result was. I don't want to know. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, it's Liverpool. This is your time, Stevie G. This is your time. This is your time. He's done it! He's done it! He's done it! We've done it 2-1 against Liverpool!
First try is
Let's
crazy.
go! Domestic rivals, continental scout, twice as sweet. Oh my God. He's done the double. Lift the trophy. Champions of Europe. Hell yes. Oh my days. Oh my days. Unreal. Unreal. Oh. Deadline day hero. Sign a forward or midfielder in January who outscores the man he replaced. Field an 11 whose first names start with 11 different letters. Yo, moment of silence, Charlie Adam, you know. Low key, who knows? Maybe we actually wouldn't have lost more than 1 game. I mean, Stevie G, to be fair, did come in 6 goals, 3 assists. That's solid. He did well. He did well. That's
I always thought that I was too young to take Metamucil, but as I got older, my body just felt sluggish,
I think it
out
should
of
be in
rhythm.
this next
I didn't
one,
realize
chat.
that my heart health and my digestive health were connected. It's like I'm a different person when I put my boots on.
Metamucil. Digestive health starts here.
Disney Plus, Hulu,
How
and
much
HBO
fucking
Max.
we're making
The
damn
best in
attention.
entertainment in one bundle.
This world goes
much deeper than you imagine. We're back, baby.
You think you have a serial killer? I do.
Figure out a way to do this job.
I hope that's not what you're wearing. The crown is a weight that crushes. We don't know what's out there.
There's only one way to find out. Get the Disney Plus Hulu HBO Max
We're
bundle.
right there, chat. This is gonna do it. This is gonna do it.
Yes,
for us
now
all.
there's extra people. I know this could probably go on Better Winger because it's sort of a game, but today we're just playing 38 and 0. We're gonna try in 15 minutes to actually go 38 and 0. I've never gone 38 and 0. Okay, so it's time to go 38 and 0. Right, we have. This is my account. Okay, so you can see I've got 30 seasons. Best record was 4 losses. Okay, so we're going to play 38 and 0. We are also going to play Prime. We're going to do all time. And we're just going to get into it. I think we might go 4-5-1 to get things underway. Let's go 4-5-1. Okay, let's do it. Starts. Right, come on in. Spin that wheel. Leicester City 14-15.
You mean you 5 your mom?
I'm gonna put Riyad Mahrez on the right, you know. I'm gonna do that. I feel like a lot of the times you can just pick the top player, or especially on Prime mode, you just pick whoever's at the top. But it's about timing your reruns as well. So we're gonna go Andy Cole up top. So far, mythical pools. So far is mythical pools. Now this is where it gets tough. Like, do you use the re-roll on this?
100%.
Hannah 78. Jack Cork make it? Probably not. Spin that wheel. Oh. It's better though, isn't it? But now we've got none. Stoke. Jonathan Woodgate. What a centre back. Howie and Woodgate. Come on. All right, Leicester City 0-1. Dennis Wise, centre mid. You can play right. Tottenham 07-08. Nice. Mythical Paul with a Gareth Bale. Liverpool. Oh my god. Oh my god, mate. DM Gerrard.
Midfielders.
Maybe we'll swap that around. We'll see. We'll see. Ledley King. Ledley King in CM.
I think that's smart just because that dude.
Left backs and right backs. I always end up leaving the left backs and right backs. Milos Kerkez, I don't mind. Right, final player. Oh, you're telling me. Telling me Carl Walker weren't there in that season. Gutted. Right back. Our team is rated 87. Do we spin for a gaffer or not? Manager changes. Oh, I don't know whether I should spin for a gaffer.
Doesn't change your odds.
All right, I'll spin for a gaffer. Why not? Oh, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Right, coming in. Squad complete. Expected points 81. Win the league 18% of the time. Simulate season. Let's get after it. Come on. Oh, we're cooking. Oh, we're cooking. No losses, please. Oh, we're cooking. Oh, no. A little slip, but that's all right. Bale's bagging hat tricks here. Oh, we've lost. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Here they come. Stupid team should have known it. Enter the transfer market.
Oh,
this is unreal. Right, working the phones. Deadline day. The bid. Rivals made a huge bid for your best player. Cash in for 2 replacements or keep your star. Who's it going to cash me out?
The next stage.
I'm going to cash in. Why not?
Progress.
Who have we sold? Everton. Right. Spin the wheel. All right. Here we go. Chelsea. Okay. Card. Out. Steven Gerrard. Oh, no.
I think we still have to, like...
Oh, no. Oh, no. I've lost Steven Gerrard for Idrissa Gueye.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, you idiot. This is why you're not going 38. No zinger. Right. 3 losses still, though. I could eat... Oh, we've won the season. Thank you very much. Yeah, we've done it. Finished first. Oh, mate. 82 points, 8 losses. Gutted. New run, please. Charlton 02. Scott Parker can play. Scott Parker can get in there. It's little Scotty P.
They mad, bro. My team ain't get humiliated yet. Are they though? Aren't like respect Siakam, but a big 3 of Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, and Vicha Zubac. Damn, he went to Donnie. Bro, he's kind of... People are saying he has the sex appeal of a peanut, though. I really do hope Wrexham gets promoted, bro. Or maybe we can just make a run in the fucking... in the FA Cup. I want to see them play Europe, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, okay. That's 15 of them too, bro. That's the cooldown card. Let's investigate. Need 1,000 upgraded. Makes me want to switch back over to the fire one, chat. If I'm being honest. I mean, might as well. Might as well, chat. Let's have some fun, bro. Your mom, let's upgrade your mom. Even more cars, even more shreds. Nine-minute cooldown, chat. Oh shit. Or do we wait until we get the water so that the fire comes faster? Decisions. I think we should wait until it goes fully. Maybe I just end here, chat. I think I might just end here, chat. I don't know what I'm gonna do by the time I usually go. I think I'll leave this hanging, chat. I'll see. We'll explore. We'll explore the cooldowns together. Actually, I will just kind of open it up once, just because I'm pretty sure if we got 12 and they're super rares, we can get the fire one here. Yes, rapid fire. And it's, like, this is confusing, right? This one's got a graphic. The rapid fire has got a graphic. Cooldown's a minute 56. Like, it's got a graphic, chat. And, which is kind of confusing to me. Because, like, you know, the grass ones, like, we haven't seen a graphic in ages, and we finally got a graphic with rapid fire. Not complaining, I actually fuck with that a lot. Yeah, chat, this is better, because now, instead of having to wait 2 minutes to get, like, 11 minutes worth, right, now we have to wait 1 minute 56. Which, although I will say the cooldown does mess with the little synergy we had this, where it was like, boom, 5 minutes, boom, 5 minutes, boom, 5 minutes, boom, 5 minutes, but eventually once we get all of those, it'll be nice. Like, chat. I think we get the grass up to 5-star. We're gonna get it one more time just so that, just so the cooldowns a little bit more. We're getting 20 at a time, so that's basically 2. We need to open 50 packs. That's not good. That's not good, but look, now we have 69 of all 84 available. I'd love to see this. Multiplies the fucking point gain by 3. 108 cards, we should get another 20. Although the upgrade for it, I kind of like 23 of them that time. Can upgrade it once more. So the cooldown goes to 1 minute 55. So basically a second every single time we do it. Is there a level cap? No level cap, but good to know. Oh, but it goes up quick. I'll go back to grass. Although, technically, it'll make our packs we opened per, like, I'll say 10 minutes, because that's, or, technically our cards per second goes down because we're not waiting, like, our cards per pack technically goes down for a little bit, because we're not waiting for, like, we're not getting that extra 2 minutes of cards from manually waiting, but our cards per second goes down, right? So we're gonna technically get by this faster, but it'll appear to go slower. I kinda just wanna keep doing the fire though. Now we'll do grass. We only need like, we're basically halfway there. Took us a minute though. Chat, we don't need to save up for that 9 million anymore. Right? We'll spend it like this. That's 9 minutes, so We'll have to wait a minute before we can actually like use it again, but yeah, 113 reactions. We could get a lot of reactions. Yeah, so I guess we can just like buy a bunch of card bulk. Yeah. Base bulk 17k times 10. I think that went up a good amount. Had to. We'll check by the final to see how well. We usually get like 106. With this, like 130. But obviously went down and then back up again, so might not be that much of a move from how much we usually get. Could also save up for a home stretch, but what, that's like a 2% gain. Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, right here. Yeah, 2% gain, which isn't the craziest. Let's check. Yeah, I mean, it definitely had to have went up, but I don't think it did that much. Let's try a self-filling pack though, although that we won't be able to increase that much. And we can see at the end of the minute 55, only 5 seconds of cards, but that is, I don't think a lot. Million per minute per second, that'd be, who knows. Upgrade that even more. Because theoretically, if that just goes down to 5 minutes, right, that'll be just better. Almost at that 20 billion, right? 20 billion mark. Well, still far away when we're only really opening 100 cards at a time. We're at 14 year moms. Is that, I think we're behind schedule, or at 16, or we only need 4 more. 16, we technically opened 17. Yeah, we're right on. We're expected to get a ogre rare once every billion cards, so we're right on, but we were ahead for a while, so I don't know if this is like us falling back and now we're gonna be behind for a little bit, but like, come on. I know you want to give us some more, but yeah, look. Already that minute down, 126. And even without the ice, that's pretty good. I'm sure that's what the bull. There's so many shreds. I don't know what to spend it on. I mean, this is 5 seconds every time, but just because it's, 5 times the. I spent on more shreds, maybe point this. 3 of those are worth 4.24. I'm really just trying to get more mobs. Do we just say fuck it and try to reduce this as much as we can? I don't know what, like, I think eventually that will be the bottleneck, right? Eventually the cooldown will be so small that like after we use freeze drop, we're gonna have to wait forever. So So I guess we should start reducing that cooldown yet again. We're missing 8 cards. I could just go do a loop and collect 3 more. We'd be still 6, or we'd only be 70, 71, 72. We'd be 5 behind. We'd caught up a little bit. What card did that? Oh, these count as cards too. So buying the incantationless magic counts as a card we packed. So yeah, we caught up a little bit with that. Ooh, let's go another your mom. And like it looks like every 8 packs we open, we will get we get a billion, or also known as one of these. So 3 more. Fuck it, chat. I'll do it. We haven't upgraded any of them in forever. Have we have a 2-star? Yeah, we do. We have Nurture, and Explosion, and Mega Burst. Burst is a solo, so you can't really upgrade it. But this, we can. Maybe next time around we'll be able to do it. Hold up, chat. Chat, I don't want to have it the stream segment, but we just might have to. All my friends in the chat. Oh. Alright, let's get this cooldown ready. Boom, boom, boom. 167. I zoned out, so. Let's continue. Dude, chat, why does my fucking fingers smell like straight, like actual doo-doo? I might get pink eye lucky, chat, hold up. Chat, I'm not musty, I swear. Hold up. I'm back, chat. I just had to switch out some laundry. Chat. Chat, I want to check something, chat. Always doesn't crash my shit. Boom, 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 boom. Chat, I started doing TikToks, but it's like me, like, you know those like late thoughts when you're like being very depressed? And shit. But it's just like me posting a bunch of depressing shit. Just like my face, like before I'm going to bed, and I'm just posting a bunch of depressing shit. Like chat, it's like this is like addicting as fuck. Like my best video only got 816 views, but like 36 likes. Like, and hey, bro, and a lot of them are like pretty cute girls, bro. There's no one here, so I can't actually get a true estimation. But like, would be helpful. Oh, I'm so upset, chat. I really can take over the world, but this, I just can't. I just got no riz, chat. Y'all gotta teach me some riz one day. Y'all gotta teach me some riz. Yo, Haskell's actually so funny, bro. Chat, what do y'all fucking think of that, bro? Oh,
will cover the cost of keying my car. Is that Mike?
It may not seem that deep, but people that constantly change their
The OF first.
If you're a face. Honestly, love you to death, kid.
I will bet you 100 more of these dollars that I can seduce any woman here.
Boom, boom. I should have done that one because it recharges faster. Oh well. Boom, boom.
Why is your video?
What does it feel like to look like?
She invited me.
We got some more of this. We should have used it, chat. We kind of left up there. Chat, we're past our primes, chat. We're cooked. No, that's not true.
Only true orcs remember this classic.
It's almost...
We get QAs by the shred now. We probably have been, but damn. Feels kind of crazy. Only 3 more moms. Come on. I'm expecting your mom here. Raptors pick up Andre Jackson Jr. Okay, welcome. Another nobody really.
So here's before. It's so short.
Go viral on.
Nie musisz mówić za każdym razem fajnie, mega, super. A pokaż, że polską mową władasz. To działa tylko na twoją korzyść. Zamiast wcześniej wymienionych słów, powiedz zacnie, znakomicie.
You know how the brain doesn't finish developing until 20...
Is using... Just me?
Better slow your mouth after you drink this.
I feel like I'm a pretty normal guy. I like to hang out with my buddy.
She wanna have my kids on me, Jason W. Riz.
I'm sure. Okay, maybe it's.
Me and loving your mom. That's good. We need one more, two more.
John, before I go, you leave tomorrow at 3 p.m. Oh, you said 40 yes. There you got it. There you got it. There you got it.
I've never had a haircut in my whole entire life.
Napier says Marion's new head baseball coach told him he would have to cut his hair.
Chat. Crazy.
Like, shut the fuck up. I will fucking laser you with alien fucking eyes and explode your... I feel like... When you...
What's your first name? What's your first name? What's his first name? Javante. Javante.
You tattooed your fucking name on your forehead so you wouldn't forget, you dumbass. That's not my name, dumbass. That's my daughter name, dumbass. And my son name, dumbass. Yeah, again, you got a mohawk. Fucking clown.
Come on, get up. Come on, get up out of it.
Hi guys, come.
Your mom buff right before we upgrade it. Level up MPK a couple times. That should be, let me see, 832. 832, chat. That's quick. Chat, maybe I am now, chat. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Which GTA we talking about? All the six? Oh, you got ages for that. Which GTA we talking about? All the six? Oh, you got ages for that.
That's why I couldn't walk. Couldn't walk. There's no way you could put weight or extend that knee. No way. I was putting a little bit of weight on it. Yeah. You know why? Because I'm superhuman. Doc, let me tell you something. I'm in the 0.01% of athletes in the entire world. You told us that when you were falling asleep. I'm fucking delusional. Probably at least 10 times. You wanted me to make sure that I knew that you were... That's why I couldn't walk. Couldn't walk. There's no way you could put weight or extend that knee. No way. I was put...
In the state of Washington, under new laws.
Chat, we're falling behind a little bit on the your mom cards.
To the back of your head. To the back of your head. You're born.
Donkey, you're dead.
You said donkey from what?
You give me a date.
Every pro uses macro. It's a hard. Before you pay, we're actually giving it.
I can't take this anymore. I'm having a mental breakdown. This is getting too difficult. The sludge is too powerful. It's taking over. I'm gonna...
A repo crew rolls up on a trap house.
You're the worst. You're the worst. I cannot die bigger than my universe.
Hey, your mom? I think after this one, we're gonna evolve it, so might as well just end once we evolve it and see how what it gives us.
So how good does it? So how good? I can tell you did no research whatsoever, because you probably just seen a commercial of this new Supergirl movie coming out, and you thought, there's Superman. Why is she called Supergirl? Why isn't there a Superwoman? Here's the thing: there is a woman out there named Superwoman. All right, there's a Superman, a Superwoman, a Supergirl, and a Superboy. Same thing with Batman. There's a Batman, a Batgirl, a Batwoman, Batmite. You feel me? Like, they are named after these heroes because they're the first. They look up to these heroes to pay homage to them, to pay respect to them. But, like I said, you did no research whatsoever. If you don't know anything, do research.
Still one more left, probably in 8 packs we'll get her done.
That's like just.
Beautiful spiritual.
Chat, that next your mom card is going to be the biggest boost to our card count that we will get, I think, in a while. I'm gonna upgrade this instead of MPK because just because of the doubling of everything, we can get a lot more points, which will give us more home stretch. Not even double, like, maybe, well, it'll triple that multiplier, so I don't really know how good it will actually be. That's actually pretty close. I was not expecting to get that close today. Maybe I'll just go until that reaches 9800000. Probably 979.
Like, shut the fuck up. Mewing, chewing on pieces of gum, and doing these jaw exercises is not gonna get you a better jawline. Let me show you how to actually get a good jawline and improve from what you had. First thing to address, mewing. You're like, whoa, mewing does help. It help me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Mewing is gonna help improve the look of it. Look at me right now, and then look me up. Mewing is just the action of not having your tongue at the bottom of your mouth, making it look a lot better. This is not helping your jawline improve. Same thing with those gummy, chewy things you buy with the silicone ones. This shit does not work. Now, first, to actually get a good jawline, start working out. The only reason nobody wants to be ugly. You are not black.
Here's how you should.
Hey, excuse me. What makes you confident?
Do you think this guy can...
When you're healthy.
Still looking for that mom card. Yo, chat, TikTok is so fucking weird, chat, bro.
Modern day managers are way too strict. If I was...
See, like, what's the point of upgrading it all that much if we're gonna have to wait for this one to go down for a minute 35 anyway? Because that's really all I care for. What was the combo to give us more shreds? Although we did get more photo book, which is more shreds, which is nice. Marketplace still empty. I think once we get all the cooldowns, it will open up. And when we need one, they give us two. Very lucky. Thanks game. Base bulk, bulk power, energy cap, and card multiplier. Shred gain and point gain. Let's look at this. Let's go to 12. Base goes to 3 billion. I need to open a pack like this, chat. We gotta wait and see, chat. Get even low, even though I was just complaining about how I have to wait for this one to come up. It's not 824. That going. We should be getting a lot of fucking shreds now. Although photo book shouldn't have really done anything. Like, yeah, it's still 2.19. All this is still doing what it's supposed to. Also, chat, only 600 away. How much? I mean, we're getting 20 of the other ones. Really, let's see what this gives us. 157, so it's like a 30 million bump in just fucking cards gained off rip. Get that. 29 of those. 3 of those. 135. Another your mom? Holy, we got 3 your moms within like 300 million. We are getting lucky. Like 100 million octillion. I forgot to check the bet. Still nothing. Maybe we go for the leaf power. What else is close to being done? Not much. MPK is gonna take a while. Halfway though. Already. Chat, I'll end here. It was fun. It was real. It's been real fun. Chat, why does my fucking chair smell like shit?
Here are all the different levels of abs. Level 1 is having a visible gut with essentially no muscle definition. Level 2 is having a flat stomach but still no noticeable edging in the midsection. This is a healthy and realistic place to maintain for a lot of people. Level 3 is when you...
But yeah, I think I'm gonna end. Maybe we'll open one more pack, see how much shreds it gives us. One. 30 million boost. We got 30 of those cards. 100 of these. And half a QI. Do this, and all this should be even better. Although baseball energy chemical card multiplier maybe go up by 1. Well, that does mean home stretch will be able to get there a lot faster. Anyway, bye chat. See y'all on Thursday after the